LeBron hits that big shot. And somebody else has to hit a big shot besides Steph because it's going to be, look, all playoffs, however long they last, and it may not be very long, however long Golden State lasts, anytime there's a key situation down the stretch, Steph got, 37 last night? 37 and 7. He's not going to be able to get a shot off, man. They're going to throw 2-3 guys at him and say, look, I don't care if someone else beats me, but somebody else is going to beat me. And somebody else got to hit a shot. And they got looks. Nobody else could hit a shot down the stretch. You miss Klay Thompson.
Well, yes, you do if you're the Golden State Warriors. The second half was all about defense for the Lakers. What they did, really turning it up. You saw them get physical. You saw them attacking the paint. That's their identity. And they finally got comfortable doing that in the second half. And Golden State scored 24 and then 21 points in the third and fourth quarters. And that was the difference as the Lakers not only played better defensively but started attacking LeBron James. It feels like the first half he was just kind of feeling things out. And then he got going, and he had some really nice passes. He finished with 10 assists, just 1 turnover. And you look at Golden State, they turned the basketball over 20 times.
Yeah.
And a lot of that did come in the second half of that contest. And Steph Curry is just unbelievable. There's only, Steve Kerr in his post game, he's like, I don't know what else to say about this dude. He's just fantastic. Where you look, you got a good Andrew Wiggins last night, 21 points on 10 of 18 shooting. And this the one thing is Draymond, you wish he could hit 1 or 2 more shots. Like, he cannot have 2 points. Yes, he does so much.
And he had looks
for this
too,
team.
man.
9 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks, but he can't have 2 points playing 41 minutes.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I don't know what happened. He used to be able to hit a shot now and then, like a 3-pointer. I think back at the end of third quarter, right? Not a big play in the game ultimately, but when you lose by 3, I guess you go back and look at a lot of things. Double team Steph, force the ball out of his hands. Draymond, wide open look, wide open 3. One of those warm ups. Let's play horse kind of threes, and he came up short, and that's fine. Guys miss threes. I'm not telling you he's got to make that shot, but that's a shot where Draymond in the championship years was making that shot. You can look at Draymond, and every once in a while you're not running your offense around Draymond making a 3 or even taking a 3, but when the ball ended up there, you didn't feel bad that he would take that shot because very often he would make it. To your point, 2 points is he can't. He can't. Somebody's got to score, and it just shows. I mean, did they miss Klay Thompson? They'd be pretty good with Klay Thompson now. I mean,
yeah, they'd be in an entirely different position. You're looking at a top 5 team in Western Conference with Klay Thompson, but this is who they are this season, and they've done a really good job down the stretch. As we talked about, Steve Kerr shortening the rotation, getting minutes out of Toscano, Anderson, Jordan Poole, Mulder. Like, that's the 3 guys that are coming off the bench. That's it for the Warriors, and they figured it out. It works. They pushed the Lakers to the end last night. But I will say, too, watching the Lakers for that first half, that is what frustrates me about Anthony Davis. There's so many times that he looks like he doesn't deserve to ever be talked about as a top 5 player in this league. And he's one of the most frustrating players watching the game of basketball for his size. This team against the Warriors needs him to play the 5. They need to go AD at the 5, space the floor, 4 and 1 out, and then at times play 5 out to let LeBron go to work. And he's so hesitant to do that. He's so awkward at times in the paint. That's why you saw in the first half they were trying to force those Andre Drummond minutes at center, and it does not work in this matchup. And then finally he did hit some shots in the fourth quarter, began attacking, but there's just too many times Anthony Davis looks disinterested, and it is frustrating.
I thought he was good down the stretch. 25 and 12 for Anthony Davis. LeBron had a triple-double, 22 points, 11 rebounds to go with 10 assists. Steph Curry led the way for the Warriors, 37 points on 12 of 23 shooting in a really rough start, 6 out of 9 3-point land. Just frustrating loss for them as they move on now into the elimination game where they will play the Memphis Grizzlies, who had a tough time. Vegas is good, by the way. Vegas is so good. The over-under on Steph's points were 36.5. He scored 37. The spread on the Memphis-San Antonio game was 4.5. They won by 4. I mean, those guys, they're right on. That was entertaining now. That was an entertaining game. Dylan Brooks is you may remember him when he played at Oregon, how good he was, Pac-12 Player of the Year at Oregon. He defends as well, JJ, as well as anybody. I mean, are there a lot better defenders? Yeah, I mean, I heard him described yesterday as a better than average defender. He's a pretty dang good defender, and he balled out yesterday. They had three guys over 20 points, John Morant, Valanciunas, and Brooks, and they held off San Antonio. A nice effort by San Antonio, 196. You got to get more out of DeMar DeRozan. I actually like DeMar DeRozan, but as I'm watching him, I thought of the term that I hadn't thought of in a long time, and it was DeMar de regular season.
Yeah, that was a weird game because I didn't think it was going to be a game. It was 38-19 after the first quarter.
Yeah.
And especially after Dylan Brooks' dunk in transition.
And else too.
My first thought was, yeah, this is the moment Greg Popovich is thinking about retirement. He is in the play-in game, the
Getting run out the
NBA
field.
postseason, but not the postseason, but not the regular season, just the play-in game. His team has like 4 points at the time, and Dylan Brooks is dunking from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Figured that's the point. You're just going to glare at everybody and say thank you. But they responded. They really did play defense. You look at for San Antonio to be in that game and score 19 points in the first quarter and 16 points in the third quarter. You know, it's a credit to just how they responded. But this Memphis team is fun when they get in transition. And Valanciunas, man, that is just gobble in the post. 23 rebounds, 23 points. They didn't have an answer for him.
Well, you're going to get I think, more entertaining game than maybe you think. And we just saw it last weekend, Memphis and the Warriors. You're going to get it again in the elimination game, and the winner's going to go into the grid. That'll be coming up not tonight, but tomorrow in Oakland. Oh, well, in San Francisco, because they don't play in Oakland anymore, even though they wore Oakland on their chest. I like that they do that still. It'll be the Warriors, the Grizzlies. All right, PGA's underway. I'll get you a leaderboard. I'm going to continue to get you a leaderboard throughout the PGA Championship. One of golf's majors is going today. Coming up at 9 o'clock, going to explain to you how you can get a bunch of Lobo gear. Basically, JJ, they're having a yard sale, right? It's a big old garage sale, big yard sale out at UNM this weekend. So how you can get your hands on some of that gear and what that all means. We're going to get into the hockey. We're going to get into another no-hitter yesterday. Lobo golf as well. Stephanie's producing on the radio side. You feel free to whisper in my ear and let me know if there's someone on the line. You don't have to run it in here like Bobcat does or however. I mean, like we used to back when we were at home. However, I mean, you just however we do it these days. Homing pigeon. However we do it. No, I have no screens, man. It's just a sports animal. Come on now. Who we got? Alden. Did I see Josh there too? Dude, it's like an all-star team this week.
Reunited.
You see what's going on over there?
So good.
Damn. Alden got up this morning. Josh is up this morning on the ProView Network side. You can watch us over on the Facebook, the OD in the AM. It's the opening drive. Jeff Siembieda and JJ Buck. No in Texas again against the home team. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal. Drive, Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck, Micah. Josh produces for you today over on the ProView Network side, where you can watch the show worldwide on ProViewNetworks.com or statewide at Comcast Channel 26.
Hey, welcome to the Steve Davis Show.
Good morning and welcome to Sports Desk live on Comcast Channel 26.
Welcome to The Point with Nick Rich.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 10, America Talking Out.
I'm Pastor Flora Padilla of Mending Broken Hearts.
Welcome to Henry T. Game Face Live, Comcast 26, and Big Bad ProView Network.
Often imitated, never duplicated. Welcome to Local Focus with Sebastian Noel.
Welcome, sports fans. It's that time of the week again. You are watching the Weekly Rundown.
Hey, welcome to Red Menace TV here on ProView Network.
Hello, I'm Steve Davis. You are watching Public Access TV.
Drive, Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck, Micah. Josh produces for you today.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Datacom is the manufacturer's representative for the states of Arizona and New Mexico. Datacom represents Fuji Electric for uninterruptible power systems and Layer 0 for static switches and power distribution units. High-Tech Power Protection manufactures dynamic rotary UPS systems up to 3.6 megawatts, individual and 100 megawatts by combining multiple units. Call Louis Ruffin today at 505-507 7722 or go to datacom.com to learn more.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. There at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Here at Legacy, we are here to disciple people by helping them connect with God, grow in relationships, and live generously.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons.
Sea Island Golf Resort in beautiful South Carolina. PGA Championship, it is the second major of the year in golf. Cameron Tringali is your early leader. He's played 7 holes, is 3 under par. You got a group at 2 under that includes Ricky Fowler, Zach Johnson, Louis Oosthuizen, and Adam Long. Guys are still getting out. It's early. I'll keep you up to date. Xander Schauffele's out. I played 1 hole. He's even. Hideki Matsuyama, the Masters champion, is out. Bryson DeChambeau is out early today. So I'll keep you up to date as we go through this because I know a lot of people, including me, are interested. Adam Scott +3 already. Brooks Koepka 2 over par, JJ. After 1 hole, he double bogeyed number 1. It's a crappy start. Really, he's right there with John Daly. Rory McIlroy, the big favorite.
Not what you want to be.
No. Rory McIlroy, the big favorite, is 1 over. He bogeyed number 1 also. So I'll keep you up to date as that goes on. Global Golf did not advance. I want to get into that. They were right there. I mean, we had Glenn Milliken on yesterday. It's always a dogfight, right? It always comes down when you when you don't make it by 2 shots or 4 shots, and you've got 3 days and you've got 4 different golfers to look at, and you think about a putt here and a chip there, and I mean it's got to be excruciating. But another good season. They don't have a senior on that team. Bastien Amat was very good. He was leading the tournament as they made the turn onto the back 9, birdied his 10th hole, and then kind of had a 3-hole stretch. That's another young squad. I'm going to guess the transfer portal isn't going to affect them a lot, and most of those guys are going to be back next year. Although I guess I shouldn't guess those things, huh?
You never know these days with collegiate rosters, but it was a good showing for a lot of the young players, and you got to feel good moving forward. It's always tough when you're unable to advance on your home course, but you saw some fantastic golf played earlier in tough conditions by the teams that did advance.
Yeah. We're going to get there more. I'm going to guess James wants to talk hoops. Good morning, Bruin James. You're on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Good day, sir.
My name is Lake Show James.
Oh,
today.
Lake Show Louie. All right.
Yeah, Lake Show James.
All right, then.
Yeah. Hey, LeBron is going to go from Staples down to Hope Street. You know what's on Hope Street, right? Diamond Mart and to get another ring. Right on, baby. See you later. Have a good one.
See ya. All right, he's going to Diamond Mart. I'm going to guess, like Diamond Mart is so there's a district in L.A., jewelry district where I don't even know if this is right, but theoretically you go and there's a bunch of jewelers, so you get really good prices because there's competition, and I mean, I don't know. It feels to me like something like that. Find a guy you trust, get a local jeweler, and you're going to get a pretty good deal. But I'm going to guess LeBron has a guy. I'm going to guess he doesn't go to Hope Street for his diamonds. Now, I could be wrong. I could be. How many diamonds are in a ring now? Like in a champion? Weren't there 240 in the Patriots rings? Right? And everybody's got to be bigger than the last one. Wasn't there like 240? There was a diamond ring. I want to say it was the Patriots' last ring that had 240 in there. All right. Hey, we're going to have, we got a 4-pack of Isotopes. When was the last time we gave away tickets to something on a radio show, like on this radio show? It's got to be 2019, right? Maybe early 2020. But we got tickets to give away, right, Steph?
I don't know, but that's so.
No, I'm telling you, we do. Well, I guess you should have known. All right, we're going to have a 4-pack of tickets to go see the Isotopes on Friday night, tomorrow night against the Oklahoma City Dodgers, and I believe that's Cody Bellinger's in town, right? Now, what
possibly
yesterday? All right, so we'll do that a little bit later. So stay tuned. I'll give you time. No, I promise. I will. I will do that for you. We got AC came in. 1 minute left. Lakers. Refs will win it for them. Do you think the refs won it for the Lakers last night?
There's a lot of that sentiment.
I mean, they got calls.
What happens in the second half?
They got calls now. How about like the one that got overturned? The LeBron charge where he was jumping and they gave him the charge and they overturned it. Steve Kerr challenged it. There was the Draymond thing. He sold that. Like, I'm glad they didn't call that a flagrant on Draymond, where I guess he poked LeBron in the eye.
Yeah, that one was tough. Immediately, you're like, LeBron, stand up and go get your eye drops. Because I just was not looking forward to having to react to that.
It just felt like he was really trying to sell it so they would look at it for a flagrant.
Well, he got hit in the face.
Yeah, no,
he got two hands to the face.
I'll give you that.
Like, and so you get poked in the eye, you just want to see him get up faster than that. But then it is one of those sentiments like, let's go poke everyone in the eye and see how fast you want.
No, I don't want to get poked in the eye either. At full speed, it hurts. And
that was just,
and then this whole thing, I was seeing 3 and I shot at the one in the middle. Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. My thought was he was staying down in a tight game so they would look at it and consider it to be a flagrant. Yeah. That was kind of what I thought, and I think that's how that played out. Now, they didn't give Draymond Green a flagrant foul in that situation, and I think we all agree, and all the analysts, Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson, even who's the referee guy.
It was pretty much Draymond can't jump, so his hands went right to your face.
Yeah, no, they went outward. Instead of going straight up.
Yeah, they didn't go straight up.
No, they didn't.
100% did not go straight up.
Now, to their point, he didn't wind up. I mean, his arms were out, not up.
Yeah, it was. I think you're right. A foul in that situation is fine. LeBron was milking it, and then whatever rim he happened to shot at,
went in.
Good job, good effort. It went in over Steph, and just that grin that was on Steph's face, like, darn it, I'm supposed to be doing this right now.
Yeah.
Now this guy hit a 40-foot shot.
Yeah. There was another call that I thought there was a charge on the other end. I'm like, really? It was right after the LeBron call, and I'm like, they got all right.
The whistles favored the Lakers, but it also a lot of people were going to scream conspiracy theory, superstar treatment. Well, it's also just they were the aggressive team this thing. That was their style. They got the ball inside, and who's doing that for the Warriors?
Like getting it inside?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
There's no inside offensive presence. None. I mean, I look back and I'm like, damn, I think they wish they still had Andrew Bogut, or didn't they have JaVale McGee for a while? Didn't everybody have JaVale McGee for a while?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, one of those bodies to dump the ball into, because they can't win this way. Like, they can't advance in the play. They might get through Memphis tomorrow. They may, and I think they will.
They will.
I think they will too, and I think they can win a game or two against Utah, but they have no inside. What worries you about them getting the ball in the post at all offensively? Anybody?
No, it's just, can you keep Steph from scoring 50?
That's all, and you can, because you keep running guys at him until somebody else hits a shot. I mean, for Steph to get 37 last night is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
You hear Van Gundy say there's nobody else. There's really good NBA players. There's really good shooters, and nobody else can do that shot right there that he did. And he's right. He's right. Maybe Dame Lillard. Maybe. But I think Dame and Steph have, while their games are similar, I think their games are different. And I think Steph gets to the rim pretty well.
He does.
I know I got a love affair with him. I'm so impressed by his game at his size, how a guy that size, there's been so few guys, him and Iverson, I'll give you Lillard, can take over a game. I mean, who else over the course of your lifetime at that size can take over a game like that? Paul Pierce could. I mean, Ray Allen could shoot, but he couldn't do it with this.
No, Ray Allen was not a guy that was creating with the ball in his hand.
No, I mean, who else? There's Lillard. Nash did a lot of really cool things, but not to this extent. I mean, do you got someone? Iverson?
Yeah. And doing it at that stage, and that's why all of a sudden in the last 2 weeks people are screaming about Steph for MVP because they're watching what he's playing with finally. They're like, how is he getting all these looks? How is he getting these shots up and still scoring 37 points when, that's the one guy you got to stop?
When I say Klay Thompson would make them so much better, and I understand that's the obvious. It's like, really? Duh. One of the great shooters. I don't think people, because we haven't seen Klay Thompson for basically 2 seasons now, I don't know that people remember how good Klay Thompson initially, when the Splash Brothers kind of started hitting, Klay Thompson was a better pure shooter. Now, he may still be a better pure shooter. I don't think so. I think Steph's the best shooter I've ever seen. But Klay Thompson was I thought, the better pure shooter. Klay Thompson, didn't he score? What was his number in one quarter? When he put up that record in a quarter, it was plus 30, right? In a quarter?
Yeah. He has that on his resume. Yeah. One of those insane quarters.
I don't think he is anymore, by the way. But Klay Thompson, what Klay Thompson also brought, and we'll see how he comes back from all these injuries, he was a premier defender too.
Well, that's how the Warriors started. It was those three.
Yes.
And then they mixed in a bunch of role players. There's no question they would be a team that you'd still be looking at if it was with a healthy Klay Thompson. They'd be a top 5 team in the West. Yeah. They wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah. No, I think that's right. But that's who they are. Todd said Steph Cat special. Steph, who is Cameron Tringali? A, Richard Pitino's newest Lobo basketball recruit. B, the latest major league pitcher to throw a no-hitter. C, the current leader at this week's PGA Major Championship. Or D, last night's Jeopardy winner. It's from Todd. It's a pretty good list.
Oh my gosh! Now I feel really.
And I just mentioned his name.
I'll go with the golf guy.
Yeah, he is the golf guy. Ding, 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 ding. Who is the golf guy? That's right. See, because we just said that. I'll go with the golf guy. That's a good one, Todd. I appreciate that. This is Gopher says, Steph Cat, did I just hear on votes tonight? Is this a load management day for Bobcat? I don't know. I didn't even know Bobcat was out today. Did you? When did you get? When did you get the call?
I was on the schedule for tomorrow, and he has to flip it, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, he told me he was out
Bobcat's
tomorrow.
Just going crazy.
Yeah. All right. So you're in tomorrow too, or not?
No, he's in tomorrow.
Until you get the call. All right. Well, Steph's here. She'll take your call.
I figured he wanted to switch because he didn't like my Friday hoe.
Well, it can get better, Steph. I mean, look, the more you practice the hoe, the better you get. I'm just saying.
I'll be a hoe in progress.
Can I call in and hoe tomorrow?
You can. Absolutely.
505-246-0610. When we come back, again. This probably is the best pitcher to throw a no-hitter this year, but how many? That's coming up next.
And coming up next,
great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
A rogue virus, no jobs, sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradys.com to learn more and sign up for training today.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Next in line.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Extreme Clean is a proud sponsor and supporter of ProView Networks and all high school sports athletics. Owner Mike McLean and Extreme Clean specialize in carpet cleaning for apartment, realty, business, and residential clients. With over 20 years experience, attention to detail and quality customer service matters. For more information, give them a call, 505-221-6440, Extreme Clean.
Drive, Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck. Micah, Josh produces for you today. He made bogey on 14, which is fifth hole, but he's still -1, tied for seventh. Adam Long, Matt Jones, Ricky Fowler, Zach Johnson, and Louis Oosthuizen, all -2. We're early, and again, I'll keep you up to date. Guys that are off to a tough start of note would be Cameron Champ +2. Yeah, Brooks Koepka made a birdie on 2, so he's at +1. Stuart Sink +1. And we're early. It's the opening drive. Jeff Siembieda and JJ Buck. All right. I don't know if it's a problem. I don't know if it's well, I know it's an anomaly. I don't know if it's just convergence of circumstances. It doesn't bother me, okay? Are there too many no-hitters in big league baseball? If we're sitting here just going, oh, look, there was another one, and back-to-back days and dudes that are just throwing their 6 plus Madison Bumgarner 7-inning no-hitter, which doesn't officially count as a no-hitter. Corey Kluber threw one last night for the Yankees, 6th this season, second time the Rangers have been no-hit. Too many?
That is too many at this point in time.
It probably is, right?
It is. And baseball has an issue with offense. It's either home runs or strikeouts. Either too many home runs, not enough base hits. At this point in time, there's just not enough contact from these teams.
So it's got nothing to do to me with baseball. To your point, I mean, I don't need balls flying out of the yard like they're super balls. Guys got to make contact. Where do we get down to? And this would be next week's Warren Schaefer conversation, I imagine. When did it get down to? And I guess it got over the years. Chicks dig the long ball, and I get it. Strikeout or home run. What happened to baseball? What happened to a base hit to right to score a guy from second, or a ground ball to second base to advance the runner from second to third and getting him home on a hell? I'll take a sac fly these days. I've watched it and I think that's oversimplifying it a little bit. But to your point that there's a problem with offense, who would have thunk it when we're watching the numbers that we were watched over the last decade?
Well, it's the last few years with everything we've heard in analytics and launch angle and the way that and these guys are swinging is if you hit home runs, you're not scared of a strikeout anymore. Like, it's not someone's going to look at you and go, man, you're striking out too much. If you hit 35 home runs,
you're like, making
all
a lot
right,
of money.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, we'll take that. And it's what you hear in baseball about the 3 true outcomes. A home run, strikeout, or like walk. Like, that's what you're getting at this point in time. And the base hits, they seem like they're so few and far between. And you look at strikeouts, and the team that leads the league in strikeouts, Tampa Bay. And you think
they were in the World Series last year, weren't they?
And
they're pretty good
last year. They have the most strikeouts in Major League Baseball as a team. And the batting average for these squads, it's probably, I'd have to do the math overall, but you're looking at maybe like 230, 240 is the average MLB team batting average.
I'm not sure what the answer is, but I will tell you that I think that is more dangerous for baseball's future than cutting 6.5 minutes off of each game or whatever the hell it is. Just turning the game in. I've never thought baseball was boring, and I'm not there. I don't think baseball is boring. But if it's going to be a home run or strikeout game, it's going to get boring. Defense is a big part of the game. Base hits are a big part of the game. Stolen bases, to me, are a big part of the game. For Kluber last night, he came within a 4-pitch walk in the third inning of throwing a perfect game. He walked Charlie Culberson in the third. This was the Yankees' first no-hitter. I don't know if this is kind of bizarre to me or not. I guess it is a little bit because there's been so many lately. Since 1999, David Cohn threw a perfect game against the Expos back in 99. So we're talking 22 years ago. This was kind of, I love these kind of stats. You know that. Black and white days. If you take me back to the black and white days. It was the first road no-hitter for the Yankees since 1951. Allie Reynolds did it against Cleveland. So this is nuts. The first no-hitter of the year was Joe Musgrove. Musgrove of the Padres did it at Texas. This was at Texas. So 2 teams have been no-hit twice this year.
Yeah, Texas and Seattle, AL West, struggling there at the bottom. And 5 of the no-hitters this season have been thrown on the road.
It's kind of crazy, huh? Yeah. I mean, I don't know what it means. Maybe there's just some bad teams, I think is what it means. Jerry, good morning. You're on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Hello, Jerry.
Good morning. How's it going, guys?
Good. How you doing?
Good. So, I don't know if y'all know this. Last time I looked, which was admittedly a few days ago, the league batting average was 238.
That's brutal.
For all of baseball.
Yeah, that's brutal.
The last time that was the case, it was that low, was in the dead ball era. But what's fascinating is that batting average is down, but runs aren't necessarily down. Like, teams are still scoring runs, right? Baseball it doesn't have a run issue, it has a people getting hits issue. And On base percentage isn't also down necessarily either. It's slightly lower. And then OPS is up, which I find interesting. I think the question baseball's got to ask themselves is there a way to fix it? And is it something that they want to fix? Because if you just were to look at final scores, you wouldn't necessarily know or realize is anything necessarily wrong with baseball. I think one place to look is you look at spin rates for pitchers. I can nerd out on you guys a little bit. But you look at spin rates for pitchers increasing, and you look especially at, Garrett Cole starts putting something sticky on the ball, he gets a big contract. Trevor Bauer starts putting something sticky on the ball, he gets a good contract. I think a lot of guys are seeing what's going on with that, and everybody thinks, maybe I should go to the equipment guy and say, hi, I need something really sticky to put on the ball.
Well, let me ask you this. Are you in favor, they're talking about moving the mound back a foot, right? It's 60 feet, 6 inches. They're talking about moving, which would screw up so many baseball fields around America. I mean, it's just like, oh my goodness, just think of the cost. But are you, 1 foot, when I hear the conversation, should they raise the rims 6 inches, right? You've been playing a game a certain way. You're a pitcher. I think that screws people up so badly, but somehow they think that's going to help the batters enough, whatever enough means. Are you in favor of that experiment of moving the pitcher's mound back a foot?
I mean, try it, but I don't think it makes a difference, right? It makes a difference for a little bit, but giving batters that extra split second to process, what people don't think about is that also gives the pitcher an extra foot for their slider to move, an extra inch.
But they got to figure it out, right? I mean, everything they've been done, the muscle memory, how they've been trained, what they've done for however many years they've been doing it. Now they've got to figure out how to get. I mean, that foot's. I think it's going to make I think it's going to make a bigger difference to the pitchers, obviously, than the hitters.
You move the mound back a foot, and I think you're going to see walks explode.
I totally agree with
pitchers
that.
have no idea where the ball's going, and that's going to make a worse product, in my opinion. I don't want to see guys walk every time.
Absolutely
right?
agree.
The hitters are going to know. They're going to know these pitchers can't hit their spot anymore because they've moved back a foot, and so they're taking pitches all over the place. And no more no hitters, sure, but you also are walking runs in left and right like it's a high school game. Anyways, I think the place to look is if baseball really wants to do something about it, they either need to standardize the foreign substances that pitchers are allowed to use on the ball, so that everybody's got the same stuff, everybody has access to it, and the hitters know this is what the pitchers are using, or completely crack down and say, sorry, Trevor Bauer, sorry, Garrett Cole, you guys have got to use a clean baseball, or you're going to face serious consequences.
I don't even know why this is a conversation. Use a clean baseball. No, Jerry, appreciate the call. It's great stuff, and you can nerd out here anytime. Thanks for the call. It should be a clean baseball, should it not?
Yes.
I mean, you can doctor it with this.
On a baseball should be a bigger issue.
Yes. Once we start saying, well, you can use this on the baseball, but not then all of a sudden now I'm getting no. I mean, when did this become an issue? No, you can't doctor the baseball. Phil Negro used to do it. He would get caught. Don Sutton used to evidently follow. But who was it called us the other day? Probably Bruin James has a Don Sutton baseball with
the old cut in it.
With the cut in it, yeah, from his fingernails. Oh, you can't doctor the baseball. I want to talk to you when we get back because there's serious talk about moving the mound back. And I know you say 1 foot, Jeff. Who cares? It's 12 inches. It's 1 foot. I think that's fairly dramatic. And think of every baseball field in America that's got to redo the mounds. 505-246-0610. We're going to have that conversation when we come back. Gentlemen, springtime's going to turn to summertime, but what it all means is time for you to feel like you again. If you are dealing with things like, I don't know, you're tired, you're sluggish, you're carrying a few extra pounds, or even dealing with erectile dysfunction, will you please do yourself a favor and call New Mail? Feel like you again? I know you probably already know this. As you get older, as you age, things like fatigue, low T, even ED are natural. There's a really good chance that you're going to be affected. Maybe you're already being affected. Call New Mail at 505-652-1688 or visit Newmail, that's NUMALE.com. You can take care of this. Numel leads the way in men's health. They help men feel better. Testosterone replacement that is cutting edge. They lead the way in this, and they have for years. The process is easy, it's comfortable, and it's local. But the best part of the whole thing is the results are proven and they're absolutely real. Call and make an appointment. The number is 505-652-1688. Look, I get it. Sometimes the toughest part's that first part. Just getting yourself to make the call. Don't put it off. Pick up the phone, fellas. It is time to feel well. Feel like you again. Numel will help. 505-652-1688 or visit newmail.com and feel better. Drive, Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck. Micah, Josh produces for you today over on the ProView Network side, where you can watch the show worldwide on ProViewNetworks.com or statewide at Comcast Channel 26.
Hey, welcome to the Steve Davis Show.
Good morning. Welcome to Sports Desk live on Comcast Channel 26.
Welcome to The Point with Nick Rich.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 10, America Talking Out.
I'm Pastor Flora Padilla of Mending Broken Hearts.
Welcome to Henry T. Game Face Live, Comcast 26, and Big Bad ProView Network.
Often imitated, never duplicated. Welcome to Local Focus with Sebastian Noel.
Welcome, sports fans. It's that time of the week again. You are watching the Weekly Rundown.
Hey, welcome to Red Menace TV here on ProView Network.
Hello, I'm Steve Davis. You are watching Public Access TV.
Steal coming in. Can't you get the points?
As Chris, tough shot, gets it to go.
West up with it. Nice move by West. Puts it up on the layup. Scores.
Especially the team like Navajo Prep with so many weapons.
Three to beat the horn. Yes! Nothing but nylon at the... Turnover. Henderson in transition. Gonna slam it home. Gonzalez going to leave it for Hasbury. Send it in! Get it into Chavez. Natalia across the timeline. She's going to heave it from half court for the win!
Oh! My goodness!
Chavez hits one from half court for the state championship.
Wow.
Unbelievable!
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Datacom is the manufacturer's representative for the states of Arizona and New Mexico. Datacom represents Fuji Electric for uninterruptible power systems and Layer 0 for static switches and power distribution units. High-Tech Power Protection manufactures dynamic rotary UPS systems up to 3.6 megawatts, individual and 100 megawatts by combining multiple units. Call Louis Ruffin today at 505-507-7722 or go to datacom.com to learn more.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. There at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Here at Legacy, we are here to disciple people by helping them connect with God, grow in relationships, and live generously.
Cameron Tringali. All right. He didn't win Jeopardy yesterday, but he is leading the PGA Championship, and now he's got a little company at the top of the leaderboard. Louis Oosthuizen from South Africa has taken place alongside Cameron Tringali early at the PGA Championship at Kiowa Island, -3, both of them to lead the way. You've got a gaggle of golfers at -2, including Paul Casey, Ricky Fowler, Zach Johnson. Guys making a little move. There's your boy Dylan Fratelli, huh? He's -1 after 9. Henrik Stenson's up there. Xander Schauffele, y'all, -1 after 3. Roy McIlroy's rallied back. Dude, Roy's had a little roller coaster. He went bogey, birdie, birdie, so he's -1. The defending champion is Colin Morikawa. He'll go out later. You got Scotty Scheffler's out. Well, I'm looking for your boy DeChambeau. And I keep dropping down, unless I missed him somewhere.
He's 1 under.
Is he 1 under? Okay. All right, so that's what's going on there. Taking your phone calls at 505-246-0610. Lakers win last night. It was a playoff game, man. I mean, that was next level basketball from what you've maybe been watching. I think it ratchets up as we go. But you got to watch the Warriors and the Lakers last night. If you want to get in on that, you can. Grizzlies and Spurs. Lakers and Grizzlies were your winners last night. I want to finish the thought on the baseball. And another no-hitter yesterday, Corey Kluber. 2 days in a row, 6 no-hitters, really 7. I count Madison Bumgarner's no-hitter because, well, I don't know, we pitched a complete game and the other team didn't get a hit. I don't know, how else do you define no-hitter?
It is a 7-inning no-hitter.
Well, but if you pitch a complete game and the other team didn't get a hit, what do you call that?
A 7-inning no-hitter.
Right, well, 7-inning no-hitter. Well, that's what baseball calls it, and hence they don't call it a no-hitter. This whole concept in the minor leagues, in there a single-A league, they're talking about moving the mound back a foot, right, as a trial in baseball. And a lot of these trials have become reality. The clock has become reality. We started in minor league baseball. I get an idea. Let's start a runner at second base in extra innings. He started in minor league baseball. It's now a thing. Let's move the mound back. I think that changes the game so much more dramatically than it sounds. Well, we're just going to move the mound back a foot.
I agree with that. It's reconditioning everything you know, because it's your positioning. Arm injuries are already so prevalent for pitchers in the game of baseball. Conditioned for one thing, it's not like shooting a 3-point shot and it's like, oh, we'll just take a couple steps back. It's same exact motion. You're just judging the distance. There's just so much involved, when you throw in that baseball. And like that would have to be something where you say, all right, we're doing it an X league this year, but immediately after like that the season ends, then you got to say, hey, all y'all got to start throwing from this distance to prepare yourself for next year. It just seems like such a drastic change.
At what level do you start, JJ? Because as soon as you get out of Little League, you go up to whether you Senior League, Pony Colt League, whatever, Babe Ruth, whatever it is, you go onto a regulation size baseball field. So I think in Little League it's 45 feet is the mound, and I think it goes up to 60 feet 6 inches. Well, at what point? So you've got to back it all the way up to then, don't you? Because there's going to be, if you made a change, it'd be like raising the rim to 10 feet 6 inches in the NBA. It's been 10 feet forever. Just because it's been that way forever doesn't mean it should be. Okay. But this is the way these guys have been playing. They've been training. I mean, you hear get up shots. Kobe goes to the gym and gets up his shots when he gets to Chicago. Okay, they've been training on these at the same rim for their entire life. That you're absolutely systematically, fundamentally at the core of the game. You're changing the game. These pitchers have been throwing 60 feet 6 inches. Well, Jeff, it's just another foot. Don't you get it? Don't you get what that means to all these pitchers? Jerry's right. That just means a whole lot more walks you're going to watch.
Yeah, I don't know how that addresses contact issues unless it ultimately slows down the baseball for the hitters.
It's another foot to throw the baseball. Really? I mean, it's just not the answer, I don't think. 505, I love your thought, because baseball guys are, I get it, man. I know what it, no, it's the game, man. It's the game, it's baseball. Yeah, I got it. 505-246-0610. Steph will take your calls there. It's the opening drive. Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck. Alden's producing on the TV side. Stephanie on the radio side on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
A rogue virus, no jobs, sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradys.com to learn more and sign up for training today.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your
green. And keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Baseball throwing no-hitters on a daily basis. I mean, that day, every day there's no hitter. You got got one of golf's majors going. You have got the NBA and the Stanley Cup playoffs underway. You've got United Soccer, if that's your thing. You've got MLS is underway. It's all there for you. What's up? We're here to talk about it. It's the opening drive. Jeff Siembieda and JJ Buck. Warriors gave the Lakers a run last night, but ultimately it was Los Angeles and that guy coming up big, LeBron James, with a big three-pointer at the end of the game, last minute, to give the Lakers the 103-100 victory. L.A. advances as the 7th seed in the West. They will play Phoenix in the first round, a series in which the 7th seed is the favorite. The Warriors now drop into the elimination game. They will play the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies beat San Antonio last night, 100-96, and so the Spurs are out and Grizzlies advance. Anything surprise you last night? The closeness of the game surprise you? The Warriors fight on L.A.? No.
I did expect the Lakers to win, but you watch that first half, and it makes a ton of sense. The informed team, the Warriors down the stretch, figuring it out. Their rotation was tight. Steph Curry's been playing at an unbelievable level. In the first half, you saw a sloppy Lakers team that hasn't played a lot together, that was trying to figure it out. AD was bad. LeBron was kind of felt like going through the motions, seeing how this game is going to play out. And then the second half, you saw the Lakers team that we expect to compete in terms of their identity defensively. Their physicality is tough to match from teams, especially the Golden State Warriors, because they don't have that presence. And you saw AD play to his capabilities. When AD is willing to get inside, when he plays the 5, when he's not worried about being banged around, because too many times he falls back into his high school mode where he was a guard before he had like a 2-foot growth spurt. When he becomes that guy, that's when the Lakers are dangerous.
I watched two teams last night. I thought the Warriors, I don't know that they can play much better. They can be if they can get some outside shooting in the clutch. And I look at the Lakers, I'm like, wow. I mean, you haven't scratched the surface. Watching that team, they will be so much better in 2 weeks.
They will, and that's why I don't get the talk of the Clippers were trying to avoid them or any team was trying to avoid the Lakers. Like, you want to play them now. You don't want to see the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals.
That's right.
Because that's when they're going to be hitting their stride, because they're in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, I think that's right. I'll run this by you, and then we'll get to the phones. 505-246-0610. I watched the game last night. And please do not take this as a knock, okay? Because it's not a knock. I watched superstars play the game. Michael always looked like he was having fun. Kobe looked like he enjoyed it. Magic certainly did. Steph Curry looks like he's having fun. Does LeBron ever look like he's having fun on the court to you? Does it look like it? Like, and again, one of the best players I've ever seen. I almost feel like he's laboring. Like you watch guys and you love seeing the enjoyment of the game. Does he look like he's having fun anymore?
Yes.
Okay.
That one's tough, man, because then you get people that if he was smiling and he doesn't care.
No, I get it, and that's why I hate this conversation. And please, I had to preface this. This isn't a knock, and it's business, and I understand, especially this time of year, he's playing for legacy, right? I get the big picture stuff. He never, even regular season stuff, like, it's so rare I watch that guy and it looks like he's enjoying it. And that's fine. It's work, and I guess you don't have to enjoy work. But I just think of some of the other guys, and you don't have to smile all the time. I don't even know what it means other than it was just an impression that just kind of hit me last night. Gosh, I wonder if he even enjoys this anymore.
The answer is yes, because to still do it at this high level, you have to.
Okay.
And there's times he smiles, and it's tough, man, because he's at that point where whether he's on the ground too long, if he's milking something, if he was smiling, it wouldn't. I'm not saying there would be people that'd be like, "How is this guy smiling?" You know, who didn't smile? Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan. So it is one of those situations for LeBron that he just has to do his job, just do it.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. I looked at him last night. I'm like, dang, you guys just won a playoff game. Like it's cool to enjoy it. It's cool to smile during a play. But again, I have to preface it by saying it's not a knock, and I don't know if the joy's been taken out of it. Everything's business, man. Everything's business, and I get it. And the greats are like that, right? Mike was business. Kobe was business. I don't know. Just an observation.
Pretty happy after the game.
Yeah,
when he was dapping everyone up. Talking to Steph.
Yeah, no, that's
because
fair.
he just hit the three.
And he won. Yeah, no, that's fair. And winning's fun. Edward, good morning. You're on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Good day, sir.
You know, I missed Bobcat this morning.
So did
our
we.
Local
Everybody missed him.
Yeah, I love Bobcat, but it was nice to hear Sphinx Cat. You know, she's doing a great job and getting more and more efficient in her job. JJ's on point today, and I want to expand on a couple of his thoughts. But you posed a great question this morning, Jeff, about the joy of the game. I distinctly remember the first three-peat with Jordan, and he was mentally, physically, and emotionally exhausted. And he said, it's the most difficult thing I ever did. And it didn't seem like he was having a lot of joy in that 1990, I think it was 93, 94 season when they beat the Suns. And there was elation after the game, obviously. I remember when Tiger Woods was winning Masters at a clip that no one had ever won before, and it was more about not having the disappointment or not getting the championship than the elation of actually winning it.
I don't know, though. I mean, you look at some of those big shots. Remember that shot at the Masters, the Nike ball, the logo right on the thing, and the joy that certainly looked like there. Like LeBron hit the big shot last night, right, to win a game, and it automatically, pointed to his eyes. Maybe he was really hurting, and I guess he just, gosh, dude, you just hit a big shot, man, to advance in the playoffs.
But to JJ's point, there's no win with LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
There's no win. If he makes the shot, he was lucky and he forced it. If he misses it, well, he's a choker. If he gets poked in the eye by a 6'7", 250-pound guy, he's acting. There's just no win. So he's going to be authentically him and just move forward. I remember distinctly when Tom Brady had 3 Super Bowl wins before he got to 4, 5, 6, and 7, and those 2 giant losses. He was having no fun on the field.
Losing's not fun.
The pressure was mounting. Now it's all fun. Hey, let's throw to AB. Let's throw to Gronk, and he's going to get 8 and probably maybe even 9 over the next couple of years, and that yoke's been lifted off of him. Let me talk about baseball. Such great subject matter today. Baseball's so sequestered to and enamored with their past. They have so much hubris. Nobody gives a rip, right? Evolve with the game. 6 no-hitters before June 1st, it's a statistical anomaly. Since they're so big on statistics, it's an anomaly, and things are evolving and changing. Look at the NFL. They went to a 17-game schedule and threw an extra playoff team in, which baseball did. I give them credit, and nobody blinked an eye. And it's going to completely change NFL stats and all-time leaders in receptions, rushing yards, sacks, everything. And they just threw a 17th game in.
No, but that's not like it's never happened before now. I mean, when I think you and I are about the same place.
Yeah.
It used to be a 14-game season, then it went to 16, and that's how it happens. And you get more 2,000-yard rushers, and you get more 5,000-yard. I mean, that's just part of that. They've accepted that, and football has never been as in love, as enamored, as run by numbers and historical numbers as baseball has been.
Jeff, I remember growing up, you and I, 755 was the number. We all knew 755. Hell, I don't even know how many home runs Bobby.
Well, it was 713. It was Babe Ruth, right? And then Hank Aaron at 714. I think Bonds at 755.
Well, no, I think Hank Aaron had 755. He broke the record at 714, and then he ended up with
You're right. When he ended.
The point was, and I knew that my favorite player all time, Carl Yastrzemski, hit the Triple Crown in 1967, and then the guy from Cleveland did it a few years ago. Right. But we were enamored with stats. Nobody gives a rip now except the diehards, which is a small population. So my point is not to bang on baseball. You have to evolve quickly or you're going to lose people's interest. And I just find it fascinating. Great freaking subject matter. Big win last night for the Lakers. They're going to crush the Suns in 5 or 6 games, with barring a major injury. And we're going to see the Lakers in the NBA Finals, and hopefully they can get by either the Milwaukee Bucks or the Nets. We'll see how that plays out. Have a delightful day, my friends.
See you. I'd recall the 2460610. He's right on LeBron. You guys are all right on LeBron. I'm not, and that's why I was careful to bring it up. That's all. I wonder.
It's fair. You look what these guys do. It's hard, but it's their job and it's work. And to the point of, we're also talking about such a select few.
Right.
Like, oh, I'm tired. I won 3 championships. You know how hard that was? And then there's guys like, okay, thanks. Like,
it's a first world problem now. I mean, let's be clear.
Yeah. Other athletes like, put me in that situation. I'll be tired of that too after winning 3 championships. But to his point on baseball too, they're trying to adjust with all the rules that we've seen, whether it's what you ran down, the pitch clock, a runner on second in extra innings, just to get things going, throw different challenges in there. This is a fundamental change to the way the game is played, not just, oh, you're doing anything runner on second. Like, it'd be like saying you can't stand here in the batter's box.
Well,
you can only stand in this corner and then swing away.
So is it as simple as the game has evolved to your point, it's a strikeout or a home run, has it evolved past the guy who hits 320 with only 7 home runs, but has 42 doubles and is a singles doubles hitter? Does that guy have a place in the game? And how does that player come up through the system, get drafted, make money?
If you're hitting 320, you're going to be in Major League Baseball. But I think the question's not that. If you can hit 320, you're going to hit 320.
Give me the guy who's hitting 288 and doing that.
Yeah, I think when you look at the question is hitting become that much more difficult?
Well, so I wonder, okay, hitting has always been hard. Hitting a round object with a round object, that thing's coming at you at 90 plus and it's breaking and it's really hard to hit a baseball. But I wonder if we've disincentivized the guy who, the smaller guy who's hitting 288, who's a scrappy player, who bunts, who hits the other way, who isn't going to be a home run hitter. How does that guy get drafted, get recognized, rise up through the systems? Who's the last guy that came through Albuquerque
hitting
like that?
320?
All right, no, let's go that. Let's go. Fair enough. Yeah. Give me the guy who's hitting 288 that used to have a good major league career. How's that guy rising through the system now? Who's the last guy that came through here that made it in the big leagues? That was average size, not hitting balls out of the park at a huge clip. Because I wonder if baseball's disincentivized that guy. Say, fine, you want to strike out 100 times a year, that's cool, but you hit 35 home runs.
I think for baseball, they ask these questions. It's the right thing. And to what you're asking, there's players littered across these rosters. Like, look at it right off the top of my head, Garrett Hampson.
Yeah, that was the first one that came to my mind, too.
And just guys, there's still guys that are making their way up, good defenders in the game. But you look right now, there's 21 players in Major League Baseball hitting 300 or better.
All right.
So I wonder,
21, that doesn't seem like a big number to me.
So because you go back to the 90s, steroid era, home runs, etc. Like, where would it be the 80s? Like, kind of what era would you look at and say this is good hitting? Like, this is just good hitters.
Yeah, I think 70s, 80s. I mean, before the steroid era, right? Before the strike in 90. And I know we got to take this break, Steph. Let's have that conversation when we get back. Let's somewhat get close because I see Bobcat would be giving me that look. You're just kind of giving me a different look, like, oh man, are they going to break? Bobcat would just say, "Damn it, break!" Don't be afraid to do that. Let's do that. I'm going to tell you the answer to that when we get back. 505-246-0610. Get in on the baseball talk if you want on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Next in line.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Extreme Clean is a proud sponsor and supporter of ProView Networks and all high school sports athletics. Owner Mike McLean and Extreme Clean specialize in carpet cleaning for apartment, realty, business, and residential clients. With over 20 years' experience, attention to detail and quality customer service matters. For more information, give them a call, 505-221-6440, Extreme Clean.
Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck. Micah, Josh produces for you today over on the ProView Network side, where you can watch the show worldwide on ProViewNetworks.com or statewide at Comcast Channel 26.
Hey, welcome to the Steve Davis Show.
Good morning and welcome to Sports Desk Live on Comcast Channel 26.
Welcome to The Point with Nick Rich.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 10, America Talking Out.
I'm Pastor Flora Padilla of Mending Broken Hearts.
Welcome to Henry T. Game Face Live, Comcast 26, and Big Bad ProView Network.
Often imitated, never duplicated. Welcome to Local Focus with Sebastian Noel.
Welcome, sports fans. It's that time of the week again. You are watching the Weekly Rundown.
Hey, welcome to Red Menace TV here on ProView Network.
Hello, I'm Steve Davis. You are watching Public Access TV.
Steal coming in. Can she get the points?
As Chris, tough shot, gets it to go.
West up with it. Nice move by West. Puts it up on the layup. Scores.
Especially the team like Naval Prep with so many weapons.
Three to beat the horn. Yes! Nothing but nylon at the... Turnover. Henderson in transition. Gonna slam it home. Gonzalez going to leave it for Hasbury. Send it in.
Who's got Cameron Tringali in your pool? Leading the PGA Championship at Kiowa. First round underway. Eric Van Rooyen, another South African, has moved into a tie with him, -3, both Van Rooyen and Tringali at 3 under. You got a gaggle of golfers at -2. That includes Louis Oosthuizen, Jason Duffner's now in that group, Ricky Fowler, Zach Johnson. And so we're underway. Keegan Bradley -1, Bryson DeChambeau and Rory McIlroy both at -1, along with Colin Morikawa, the defending champion. All those guys at 1 under. John Catlin, the former Lobo, bogeyed his last 2 holes, so he was at -2 and 1 stroke out. Now he's even. We'll keep you up to date as we go. It's the opening drive. Jeff Siembieda and J.J. Buck. Alden produces for you on the ProView Network side. You can watch the show on their YouTube channel. Of course, on our Facebook page, the OD and the AM. And there's Stephanie. She is producing for you on the radio side as Bobcat takes a load management day. Lobo Hobo says, who is Bobcat to look down his nose at someone else's hoe, Jeff? Because he's big P50,000 watt transfer. He can... See what he did there? He's a big power conference P50,000 watt transfer. Now he can start judging. Who is he to look down his nose at someone else's hoe? Fair enough, Steph. See? Fair enough. All right. So you looked up numbers. You said there's 21 guys hitting over 300 now in the big leagues. I asked a question. Where would a guy? I'm gonna put it in terms that maybe some longtime Albuquerque people would understand. Where's a guy? And I know this is before your time, but I'll find some equivalents. Bill Russell, longtime shortstop. Remember the Dodger infield that was Garvey, Lopes, Russell, and Say that lasted forever. Bill Russell was probably, and I didn't look it up, but I'm going to guess over his career probably a 265, 268 hitter. Average shortstop, good, number 2 hitter, contact hitter. Where's that guy? How does he rise through? And I think they're there. To your point, the Garrett Hampsons are there, but that's not what's incentivized in baseball. I think to rise, to get your big paycheck, to get drafted high, to get your scholarship, whatever it is you're looking for, you got to be a big power pitcher, a big power hitter, don't you?
Yeah, I think actually the majority of Major League Baseball rosters are made up of average
those guys,
Major League players.
Okay. Yeah.
Ultimately, because still you look to get down to 265, there's 67 or 68 players hitting like 264 or better.
Okay.
So you get down to like Carlos Correa is hitting 264.
Where's your Mendoza line for like where you should be hitting? Is it right there, 263-ish? Is that kind of your line?
Yeah. So and then I went back and looked too at the overall batting average, Major League Baseball in 1975. It was 258.
Wow. Okay.
And what did
it's 231 right now?
38
today.
Right now.
Okay. Yeah. All right. It's baseball. I think does baseball have an issue? I mean, is that a problem? I think we all got to the point where I think we think there is. Is it because there was an overreaction to the live ball? Is it because, and is it because of the baseball? But it's not. To me, it's not the baseball. If strikeouts are at the rate they are, if I'm watching dudes no hit, all right, I'm cool. The balls aren't flying out of the ballpark at the rate that they were. I think we're all down with that. I don't need to see every guy hit a pop up that ends up in the third row of the right field bleachers. Right? I'm not convinced, and I'm not sure I'm going to be, that somehow this is about the baseball. This is about the game, the players, the skill of hitting a baseball, isn't it?
And that's where the mound then comes into effect.
Yeah.
Do you have to change the hitter's reaction time and or velocity at the moment of the swing?
Or is this just a cycle? Is this just, when you look back at it, when they when they lowered the mound in, I want to say 69, Bob Gibson had that crazy year, right, where he had like an ERA hovering around 1. It was like just something ridiculous. Because of Bob Gibson, they lowered the mound. The pitcher had too much of an advantage because he was up too high, and it was just so they lowered the mound. And then you saw offenses explode more. And look, we've got baseball. It's evolved up and down. It's like people who don't believe in climate change will tell you it's just natural. This is look over time. There's been pattern changes. I understand that. So is this just a natural evolution of the game where you're just going through a time? Now we just came out of a big ball, big banging era where balls were flying out, and now pitchers have the advantage. I mean, I guess that could be possible.
There could be an element to that, and you definitely don't want to be in a situation where you're overreacting either way. And I think we've seen that's why there's been just so much focus on the baseball, where they're trying to adjust it to where it's not as dramatic as moving the mound or changing the dimensions of the playing field.
Yeah,
things along those lines.
Where I'd like to be. Yeah. Tom, good morning. You want in on this?
Yes, guys. Tom, the truth's back at you. You know what I got to say about all this, right?
What do you got to say about this?
Suck it up. No. Hey, look, things are going to change. 1 year the hitters are going to do good. 1 year the batters are going to do good. Batters and hitters are going to do good, then the pitchers are going to do good. I don't agree with moving the pitching mound back. That's ridiculous. They've been doing it at that same distance forever. And I'm so sick and tired, guys. If it's a no-hitter, it's a no-hitter. Did baseball change the rules to go back to 7 innings, correct?
Yeah, baseball made that rule. I'm with you on this one.
It's a no-hitter. They don't care if it's 7 innings, if they go back to 6 innings, whatever, or they go move it back to 9. That's a no-hitter, and it needs to be in the books as a no-hitter. And batters, guess what? Let me give the batters some advice out there. Why don't you hit for average? Why don't you just try hitting the ball, putting it in play, bunt? We need to get back to that. It's always home run or strikeout. Get back to hitting for average. I don't understand why that's disappearing so much. But I just think it's going to level off 1 year. Maybe the batters will figure it out. They'll hit for average, and the averages are going to go up. I think, what is it, 230? Is it 230 or 260 the average for baseball?
Right now, JJ just said 238 is the average. Baseball.
That's horrible. But I think it's these guys trying to hit home runs. They're not trying to put the ball in play or just hit. And that's sad. So I think baseball's as good as it used to be? No. I think baseball is way, way down. NFL's the pastime right now. I say NFL, NBA, baseball, then hockey. That would be my rankings.
We're putting college football.
You guys can let me know what you think about that guy. Oh, hey, guess what? One more question.
Yeah.
Opening Drive is the name of the show, correct?
That's correct.
This Opening Drive on NFL Network, you need to sue them. It's your show.
Yeah, I think we've been here first. All right, man. See you. I'm pretty sure we've been here along with them. What did he say right before that? Dang it. There was something in there. Yeah, that's the name of the show. And it's been that way for a long time. Marty, good morning. You're on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Hello, Marty.
Silly idea, but worked for me yesterday as I was playing golf. So, it was super wet yesterday, so I was out there at 7:55 tee time to play golf. So I decided to play with a red ball.
Yeah, I can't. Those are hard to follow. They're hard to follow. You almost shot your age, did you just say?
Almost shot my age.
Damn, dude. Where'd you play?
With a red ball at Arroyo.
Really?
Yes, but here's the idea for baseball. Experiment with this, because they do it in women's softball, lime green ball. So in baseball, experiment with orange, red, or lime green. Guys might be able to see it better. Because here's the thing. Think about this. When a pitcher has a white uniform on, you see his uniform and the ball coming out at the same time. So maybe these guys who have poor vision should get their eyes checked. And I bet you they hit a colored ball better than they do always see.
All right, so let me ask you this, because I'm going to tell you, and I'll use your golf ball example. So especially those red balls, I find those harder to watch in the air. I can watch the white ball. I mean, for me, the white ball's the easiest one to see. The yellow ones, I see. When you hit those red ones, especially in a gray sky, I can't. It's hard for me to see them. You see them better?
Well, I don't worry. I keep my head down and I don't watch the ball because I always know what's in the fairway. It's
I'm not like you, man. I don't shoot my age.
The short game. See, it's the birdies, the eagles. That's where I make up.
Birdies and the eagles.
Yeah, don't worry about the ball in the air.
All right, how many strokes you
always
giving me?
land in the fairway.
How many strokes you giving me, man?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll play off the black tees. You can play off the red tees.
I'm not playing the red.
And I'll still beat you.
I know you will. I know you'll beat
Coming
me.
in.
Like I already got that. I'm well aware. You're shooting your age, and you're like 36 years old. So
I'm almost 70.
That's insane, man. Good for you. All right, I like your thought though. I
do too. I think a colored ball would work, and
I don't think they'll do it.
Calm down. It's not about average. It's all about seeing the ball.
All right. No, that's good. All right. Enjoy the day. Thanks, Marty. First of all, any dude who shoots is age. I don't care if you're 100, you're 70, like you're shooting your age. That's insane. And he wants to play. What did he tell me? I could play from the Reds, and he's playing for the Blacks. He'll still beat me. Is that what he just said?
Yeah, he just took a blowtorch.
Yeah. And he might be right, by the way. Damn. Colored baseball? Like, people would lose their bleeping minds.
They would, but I don't think it's wild because when you talk about batter's eye and seeing the baseball and what a hitter is seeing behind said pitcher to pick up.
So go to a yellow ball? The red one, those are hard for me to see, man. But that's just me. If everybody else sees them better, go knock yourself out. They're easier to find when they're laying in the shrubs. I get that. That's why people use them. And you're out in the native grass, as they like to call it here. Some of you call it desert. They're easier to find. A lot of my buddies have been hitting the yellow balls lately. You hit those, didn't you? No,
I start there, and then my second shot is whatever I find when I'm looking for the yellow ball.
That's fair. Dude, we played a tournament at Twin on Monday in that ALS tournament. and my bag was heavier leaving than when I left. I think I came out 10 balls plus. Looking for whether it was my ball or the guys who was playing with ball. You go in and you're coming out with 3, and they're usually good ones at courses like that, right? I mean, you're coming out with some Pro V1s, and they're usually good ones. All right, 505-246-0610, top of the hour, 9 o'clock. We're going to let you know how to get a bunch of Lobo gear. They're having a big yard sale, essentially. Ryan Behrman's going to be with us. Tell you how you can get a bunch of Lobo gear. Steph's wearing like a nice New Mexico sweatshirt over there, so you can get game worn stuff if you want. So that's going to come up at 9 o'clock.
It's time to take control of your fitness. And what if I told you you can find all that you need? We're talking strength work, cardio, and much more, all in one place. And it only costs you 45 minutes. F45 Training is the gym that brings it all together with high-intensity group workouts that are fast, fun, and results-driven. This has helped me get the spark back that I needed to look forward to my workouts, so care about my fitness once again. And it's a new challenge every single day. Check them out at f45training.com. Download the F45 app to take a look at the schedule of classes available at the Northeast Heights location. They do have classes 7 days a week, and you can sign up for your 7-day free trial on the app. The atmosphere is great, and the workouts, whether it was yesterday, it was a combination of cardio-based movements and strength. Monday, Redline, it's more of a cardio-based workout, but it's not just on a treadmill for 45 minutes, on a bike for 45 minutes. It's full-body functional fitness. The movements that you're doing, kettlebells, weights, barbells, etc. All of these things mixed together for a fantastic 45-minute workout. Certified trainers there to help motivate and modify, and it creates a fantastic gym experience. So download the app today. Look at the schedule of classes. Book your class after signing up for your 7-day free trial, and you're going to realize that this was the right decision for you. The gym is located 5920 Holly Northeast, so it's good access from wherever you're coming from in town. Do not wait any longer. Check them out, f45training.com. It's time to create your own gym identity at F45. Team training, life-changing. I'll see you at F45.
Steal coming in. Can she get the points?
As Chris, tough shot, gets it to go.
West up with it. Nice move by West. Puts it up on the layup. Scores.
Especially the team like Navajo Prep with so many weapons.
3 to beat the horn. Yes! Nothing but nylon at the... Turnover. Henderson in transition. Gonna slam it home. Gonzalez going to leave it for Hasbury. Send it in. Get it into Chavez. Natalia across the timeline. She's going to heave it from half court for the
Oh! My goodness!
Chavez hits one from half court for the state championship.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're #1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Datacom is the manufacturer's representative for the states of Arizona and New Mexico. Datacom represents Fuji Electric for uninterruptible power systems and Layer 0 for static switches and power distribution units. High-Tech Power Protection manufactures dynamic rotary UPS systems up to 3.6 megawatts, individual and 100 megawatts by combining multiple units. Call Louis Ruffin today at 505-507-7722 or go to datacom.com to learn more.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever, no one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Here at Legacy, we are here to disciple people by helping them connect with God, grow in relationships, and live generously.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
A rogue virus, no jobs, sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world.
Championship playing the first round at Kiowa. They are all at -3. A big group of golfers at -2, including the defending champion Colin Morikawa, Keegan Bradley, Jason Duffner, Ricky Fowler, all those guys at -2. Rory McIlroy -1. Where's your boy Bryson DeChambeau now? Why can't I find him here? I'll find him for you. Oh, look at that. He's +1 after 6 holes. 1 over par. Opening drive, Jeff Siembieda and J.J. Buck talking baseball, colored balls.
Talking baseball.
So Marty didn't say he'd give me any strokes. He just said at 70 years old, he'll play from the back tees. He offered me to play the front tees, which I will not do, by the way. I will not play the front tees. And play me straight up. And if he shot a 70, yeah, he will beat me by double digits. Yes. I mean,
coming in hot.
That is some noise. Hello, Grady. How you living?
Existential baseball question askers.
Yeah.
Of the OD and the AM. I'm living pretty swell. How about you guys?
Life's grooving.
Nice. Hey, I wanted to jump in on the whole joy of the game thing, and that's one of the reasons why I was never a Kobe Bryant fan. I was never a fan of the grind out your teammates, grind out everybody, mean mug, don't show any happiness, don't show any joy, but I'm winning. I'm the greatest, and I'm going to look mad about it. I'm going to belittle my teammates if they don't do as well as I do. You know, I was never a big fan of
Isn't that kind of where Kobe or where LeBron is now? Like look mad, mean mug, and then wave your arms when a dude gets to the rim. Like how'd that happen? Why weren't you playing defense?
Yeah. It's like that's not enjoyable to watch to me, and that's why it was, to me, among other things, it was refreshing when the Warriors were out there running off championship, because at least it looked like those dudes were actually enjoying themselves. Those dudes were actually having fun. And it reminds me of the old school baseball guys complaining about bat flips and celebrations, you know, and on the other hand, you see Major League Baseball putting those things in their advertisements. You know, it to me, it can quickly devolve into that old Peyton Manning commercial becoming reality. You know, watching someone do their job, you know, cut that meat, you know, or sign those papers or press that button. You know, yeah, these guys and ladies are incredible athletes, and we can marvel at their skill. But if all of a sudden, if that's all you're doing is marveling at their skill, and you're not feeling any excitement and you're not feeling any joy, then why would you want to watch that? That, to me, that's not exciting. And speaking of which, Stephanie, the producer, by far has shown the most joy when answering the phone.
No doubt.
Of any producer, and I've loved every single ODNA producer. Just the joy and the love and the pleasantries that she exposed this morning was outstanding. So again, yet another example that, to me, why take the emotion out? I mean, I know we have folks that like to tout, well, we take all the emotions out and make this decision and take all the emotions out. I mean, why? These are sports.
Let me suggest something to you.
Pardon me?
Let me suggest something to you. Early in runs, early in careers, guys are happier, having more fun, showing more emotion. And later in careers, as maybe they understand that the opportunities are going to be less in numbers and they're playing more for legacy, maybe it becomes more the grinded out what we're watching LeBron right now.
Yeah, that could very well be true. I mean, again, I look at it as, again, these professionals, they spend so much time and so much effort and, quite frankly, so much money in preparing themselves. And I'm sure the grind isn't necessarily enjoyable, but it's necessary. So why not enjoy success after all the work you've put into it? Why not acknowledge and be excited that, hey, I just spent $1 million on my body and I just spent 11 months training and working hard, and wow, I hit a big shot, or I'm out here winning or enjoying myself. Why not be happy about that?
Yeah,
and to me, we talk about, well, the future of the game, and I know baseball in particular, but I just look at it as all these things are dictated from the top down. Obviously, from the professional leagues down to little leagues, et cetera. And whether we like it or not, a lot of these kids, they imitate what they see. And sooner or later, we want to try to make sure that we reemphasize, hey, we're out here having fun. We're doing this for the joy of the game. And if you are fortunate enough to get to the professional level, don't lose that.
It's good stuff, man. Enjoy the day.
Appreciate
Don't
the time.
lose the joy. See you. Steph, what do I do? I got to go to break, or I know we're close on this thing. You want me to take David, or you want me to break? All right.
got a break.
I got a break. And David, we'll hit you when we come back. Opening drive, Jeff, JJ, Steph, Alden, and you on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradys.com to learn more and sign up for training today.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Next in line.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Extreme Clean is a proud sponsor and supporter of ProView Networks and all high school sports athletics. Owner Mike McLean and Extreme Clean specialize in carpet cleaning for apartment, realty, business, and residential clients. With over 20 years experience, attention to detail and quality customer service matters. For more information, give them a call, 505-221-6440, Extreme Clean.
Drive, Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck, Micah. Josh produces for you today over on the ProView Network side, where you can watch the show worldwide on ProViewNetworks.com or statewide at Comcast Channel 26.
Hey, welcome to the Steve Davis Show.
Good morning and welcome to Sports Desk live on Comcast Channel 26.
Welcome to The Point with Nick Rich.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 10, America Talking Out.
I'm Pastor Flora Padilla of Mending Broken Hearts.
Welcome to Henry T. Game Face Live, Comcast 26, and Big Bad ProView Network.
Often imitated, never duplicated. Welcome to Local Focus with Sebastian Noel.
Welcome, sports fans. It's that time of the week again. You are watching the Weekly Rundown.
Hey, welcome to Red Menace TV here on ProView Network.
Hello, I'm Steve Davis. You are watching Public Access TV.
Steal coming in. Can she get the point?
As Chris, tough shot, gets it to go.
West up with it. Nice move by West. Puts it up on the layup. Scores.
Especially the team like Navajo Prep with so many weapons.
Three to beat the horn. Yes! Nothing but nylon at the... Turnover. Henderson in transition. Going to slam it home. Gonzalez going to leave it for Hasbury. Send it in. We get it into Chavez. Natalia across the timeline. She's going to heave it from half court for the
Oh! My goodness!
Chavez hits one from half court for the state championship.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence.
It's good stuff. Jeff, JJ, Stephanie, Alden, let's go to you, and appreciate you holding. David, good morning. You're on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Hello.
Hello. A couple of things. The batting average is a significant data point, but so is win ratio. I wonder if the reduced batting average on your average player that will hit your better shows up as a correlation to wins, meaning if you look at a team that wins, their win rate, ultimately, does their batting average that's slumping correlate with a lesser win rate? Because if it's not, one data point that is maybe overlooked here is home runs and runs batted in would matter. All of the Moneyball example, what would happen is on-base percentage to include walks would happen. And I say that because baseball seems to be kind of stuck between the old world, and in which case the no-hitters would work to that advantage because it's strategy versus the excitement of the game and the wins. But my point is, if wins are a correlation of on-base percentage, runs batted in, and home runs, then home runs would matter.
All right, so let me give you this. So the teams with the top batting average right now are the Red Sox, the Astros, the White Sox, the Dodgers, and the Reds. Those are the top 5 teams in hitting right now.
But that's a hit rate. My point is, are they also high in record?
Yeah, no, that's what. So now, JJ, the Red Sox are winning. The Astros have been winning. The White Sox are winning. The Dodgers, for the most part, are winning. Yeah, I think it somewhat correlates. You look at the bottom. The bottom, there's the Mariners, the Pirates, the Tigers, the Brewers, the Marlins.
And I would like to see the bet over and under 25 no-hitters in a season. That would be a funny bet, because if it's that strategic, the kicker is the bad teams that can't seem to hit well, the Mariners, the Rangers, whatever, are the ones that are getting the no-hitters. So nobody's coming out and saying this no-hitter is against teams that are just bad in batting.
We said it. Yeah, we've been saying that. I mean, those are bad teams. Yeah.
And the long story short, there's a difference between efficiency of seeing and hitting an incoming ball versus having the strength. It's analogous to the steroid thing. Does a steroid-laden baseball player better see and hit an incoming ball, or do they just have the power behind them to hit more likely home runs?
Yeah, the latter. Certainly it's the latter. Yeah, and that was a long conversation there.
But the other question is, if you change the color in balls, will ultimately the outfielders not be able to see it in the sky? So if a red ball you can see it coming in, will those data points change because the outfielders can't see them in the clouds?
Red ball wouldn't work. I think that's absolute on a darker ball. A yellow ball, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that I think that's the issue. It's an interesting point that Marty brought up. I don't know that I think that would be the issue, but if they did anything, it might be a fluorescent colored ball. But I don't think they can possibly go to a dark color. David, appreciate it. Always good conversation, man. Really good thoughts. And the correlation, JJ, between, who's winning and who's not winning, I mean, I'm going to guess, and I've never done this study, typically the teams with better averages win, right?
Yeah, I think that benefits you being a good offensive team. And I think ultimately we are seeing that there has definitely been changes in the way the game is played. To get to this point, it's not just by accident. There's been 6 no-hitters, and we've seen 2 teams no-hit twice, teams that are struggling to hit the baseball. But it's also one that I think we've seen a lot of tweaks around the edges, but baseball I don't think they will, and I don't think they should go something as dramatic as the Mound at this point in time. It's kind of just the ebbs and flows of the game right now.
All right, Fred, I'm going to ask you to hit us back a little bit later. We're at the top of the hour, hard break, and Ryan Behrman is going to be with us when we come back. When we come back, how to get some UNM gear, game-worn stuff, cleats, all kind. Jerseys, stuff that you're like, kind of want that. You can have it. How, when, where? Lobo fan. That's coming up next. Glad you're with us on feels like Friday, but it's only a Thursday. It's the opening drive. Jeff Siembieda and J.J. Buck. Alden up early for the All-Star team over at ProView Network this morning. Stephanie in early for the All-Star team here on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Datacom is the manufacturer's representative for the states of Arizona and New Mexico. Datacom represents Fuji Electric for uninterruptible power systems and Layer Zero for static switches and power distribution units. High-Tech Power Protection manufactures dynamic rotary UPS systems up to 3.6 megawatts, individual and 100 megawatts by combining multiple units. Call Louis Ruffin today at 505-507-7722 or go to datacom.com to learn more.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever, no one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Here at Legacy, we are here to disciple people by helping them connect with God, grow in relationships, and live generously.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
A rogue virus, no jobs, sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Ship at Kiowa Island in South Carolina. This is one of golf's majors. Second major is underway. Matt Jones is your leader through 13. He's 4 under par. Cameron Tringali, Eric Van Ruyen, and look at Keegan Bradley. He's worked his way up. They're all one stroke back at -3. There is a growing gaggle of golfers at -2, including Ricky Fowler and Zach Johnson and Victor Hovland. So we're underway. DeChambeau is still +1. Xander's +1. Scotty Scheffler +1. Where's Bryson? Why can't I ever find him? Louis Oosthuizen, there's Bryson's +2 because I didn't look down far enough. That's why. All right, so we'll keep you up to date as that goes on, and that's going on first round out at Kiowa Island. It's the opening drive. Jeff Siembieda and J.J. Buck. Get back to your phone calls in a little bit. So every once in a while, I think you got your cleats doing this, right?
Absolutely. I jumped on a couple years ago. They did this auction style, getting rid of some athletic gear.
Kind of a yard sale over at UNM. They call it a surplus sale where you can get authentic UNM Lobo team gear. And it's going to be coming up on Saturday, 10 to 1 out at the indoor practice facility at the University of New Mexico. And you can get, everything from helmets. I don't know what you're going to do with it. The helmets are always, people love helmets. Like to have a helmet on display. Well, you've been in my office.
Yes.
I love helmets too now. Ryan Berriman is the associate athletic director. Assistant athletic. What's your title, man? The senior associate, regular associates, assistant athletic director. What are you for business operations?
Other duties are assigned, Jeff. Yeah. Whatever I'm asked to do.
Yeah. All right. He's this week. He's director of the yard sale, and he's with us this morning. What's up, man? You doing well?
Good morning, guys. Yeah, I'm doing well. How are you this morning?
Life's grooving, man. What are we complaining about? I'm watching. I got golf going on live. It's a beautiful day. I know how good we got it. All right, so this is not going to be necessarily auction style, right? This is, you got T-shirts and shorts for $5 and helmets. $30. You're getting rid of helmets and game-worn uniforms. So let people know what's going on because this is pretty legit.
Yeah, no, it's an exciting time. We did a little spring cleaning here at UNM Athletics, and we got a lot of old uniforms and gear and shoes and helmets, like you mentioned, that are really just collecting dust here, and it's a good opportunity to just share some of that history and merchandise with our fan base. So Saturday morning, we'll set up in the indoor practice facility over here by the football stadium and kind of set it up yard sale style, and fans can come in and purchase some items to take home to their man cave or bedrooms or offices or wherever they want to hang up some gear. So
or their closet,
fun day out here.
Yeah, or their closet. I see jackets and tops and polos and for $10.
Yeah, no, it's an exciting time, and I wouldn't advise anybody to wear these helmets to go play football, but I know everybody likes a helmet kind of displayed in their office, so should be a good chance to share some history.
Hey, I got a favor, and you can charge me for it. I'm going to be out of town, so you've been to my office. We the New Mexico Bowl, we've got displays every helmet. And actually, Danny may be helping me with this, but we got helmets from every team for every matchup. And about 2 years ago, we looked up on the and it's up high up, and from year 2, the New Mexico helmet had disappeared. Somebody replaced it with a Mountain West helmet, so we wouldn't see the hole there.
Indiana Jones, you?
And yeah, somebody totally. And then we put up security cameras. So if there's like a one of those old school Lobo helmets with that the logo you used last year. I'm willing to buy it. I gotta replace one at the New Mexico Bowl office. So
we will make sure we set one aside for you, Jeff. Man, can't have that missing from your office.
No, that's a vital piece of New Mexico Bowl history, and in that case, New Mexico sports history, and I appreciate that.
Ryan,
but the Lobos are in the New Mexico Bowl office.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And Ryan, for fans showing up, where's the best place for them to park? And of course, still, what do they need to know in terms of masks, no masks at this point in time, and what are you accepting payment-wise?
Ooh.
Yeah, good questions, JJ. So I think we're going to advise most people to park in Stadium West, which is the large lot outside the football stadium. And from there, you can just walk down the hill. We initially had advertised that the sale would be in the stadium, but we're going to move it indoors just in case it's been a little rainy this week. So they'll walk down the hill there and up into the large indoor practice facility. I think we probably will have masks in the facility, just not knowing who's vaccinated and who's not. People can come in and shop, and checkout will be credit card only. So whenever you check out, you'll swipe your card, and you'll be on your way. I would advise, if you want to buy a lot of stuff, to probably bring your own bag, because we do not have carts, and we are not a grocery store, so we do not have bags on hand here.
Yeah, look, this is a damn yard sale, all right? This isn't Walmart. It's a yard sale. Bring your own box if you're hauling a bunch of crap out. If you need a wagon, bring your own wagon. But what this is, and JJ, to your point, this is like just a chance to get really, really cool stuff.
Well, I'm looking at it and looking at potential work attire for next year if I can
really
grab some polos and be ready to go.
That's a really good point. That's a really good. You pull a couple medium polos away. JJ Buck needs stuff to represent.
There will be something for everybody, and I do want to say, this is a lot of work for our staff, and so I just want to say thank you for those staff members that have cleaned out dusty places throughout the facility. So, Jackie, Liz, Nate, Chris, and our students who have worked really hard to make this possible. It's definitely a lot of work to inventory all this and make sure we're compliant with state laws and whatnot. So I do want to say thank you to everybody that's put in some work to make this happen.
Ryan Behrman's with us. He's the assistant athletic director in charge of yard sales over at UNM. So what's the most bizarre, obscure item that you've been able to find and put on sale? Like, everybody can buy polos and stuff. Helmets are tougher to find, but is there something like when I look at this, I see game worn stuff and I see T-shirts and shorts. I mean, are you auctioning off selling socks and jock straps, or what's the most bizarre stuff that you could buy?
There will be no used jock straps.
That's
but
probably
I think what people will see, they'll see a lot of, there's some logos that we haven't seen in years and years, some retro stuff that have been found in some closets. I think, every once in a while we'll get a missed shipment from Nike, so there'll be some things that are not Lobo colors that maybe people want to buy. They send us orange and we ordered red. So there would be a handful of interesting items, and there's only one way to find out, is to come down here and check it out.
Man, I should do this for the New Mexico Bowl too. You ever been through our closet?
But there's some cool stuff in there.
I'm just saying, this is a good idea. All right, get out there. It is going to be Saturday, this coming Saturday, 10 to 1. It's at the indoor practice facility, Park in Stadium West. That is, check this out. This will blow your mind. That is the lot directly west of the stadium, adjacent to the stadium. I know, Stadium West, the old Zia lot. Then walk down. You'll walk to the east, south of the stadium to the indoor. Bring your own bags, boxes, backpacks, whatever it is you're going to carry this stuff away. If you need a wagon, bring your own. As Ryan told you, we're not a grocery store, damn it. He didn't say damn it, I did. Anything else we're missing? Credit cards? Do you take cash?
No, I think that you covered everything. It's just going to be credit card only. We're trying to eliminate back and forth with cash. We've had quite a few people reach out of state who are interested in gear. We're going to try to make a few things available online maybe after this weekend, so we are going to try to do that. But obviously the bulk of the items will be here in person on Saturday.
All right. Might be able to trade you back for that Lobo helmet. I think we got an extra Houston helmet if you want that.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. I mean, we can make a deal or something. All right, man. Best of luck. Continued success over there. Things are kind of rolling over on South Campus. Huh? It's a fun time to be a Lobo.
It sure is. 6 Mountain West championships this spring, and looking forward to next year back to normal.
All right. Be well. Enjoy this weekend. And again, it's 10 to 1 Saturday at the indoor practice facility. It's the UNM yard sale, garage sale, surplus sale, however you want to.
Surplus sale.
Yeah, surplus. That's right. Surplus sale is the official thing. Be well, Ryan. Thanks for spending some time with us.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Ryan Behrman, the guy in charge of the surplus sale. Associate Senior Mega Superstar. Actually, he's a superstar over there. That guy does everything. I mean, we all do everything. We all do a lot. He's a rising star. You probably do need some polos, don't you?
This is really cool. And
can you get some for Hoser, by the way?
Yeah. It's a situation. You're gonna find some stuff that you never thought about getting that would actually be pretty cool if you do have place to display stuff, the helmets, the jerseys. I know a lot of people are excited about some the basketball jerseys they could potentially grab, which you just don't usually see for sale even in the team store. So it's gonna be a lot of fun if you're a Lobo fan. All the items available.
So on the helmet thing, and Steph, in our office, we've got up on top, we've had 15 New Mexico Bowls. We got the 2 helmets, and it was a year the Lobos were in it. So maybe it was 16. Is that the last time Lobos were in the New Mexico Bowl? And we looked up one day, and the Lobo helmet was gone from year 2, all the way on the left side, and somebody replaced it with a Mountain West helmet, so there wouldn't be a big cavity there. So we didn't, and I think it was Wes who looked up and said, "Hey," makes you wonder, doesn't it? Hey, what, and it was also the year Austin Apodaca. So they gave us a jersey for promotion. We put it on a mannequin, and Bowl Week, million people were through our office, and the jersey disappeared too. It's like
so someone probably has the jersey and helmet.
I'm gonna guess, and I think it was the anthracite helmet. No, it was no. That was the year they used that helmet, but the one that disappeared was the old school one. But anyway, yeah. So now we got security cameras up, so I don't think it coming through our office and start swiping helmets.
But they tried to just fill in the hole with the helmet, so they went the Indiana Jones.
That was
boom.
And you got to work to get up there a little bit. I mean, it's not just it's a little bit of a raised ceiling, and it's up there. So, all right, so go have fun with that. You can get gear, no jock straps and socks, from what I heard, right?
Yeah, no.
All right. I mean, look, whatever you're looking for, the gear is gear. You can probably get football pants, I'm going to guess. Jerseys. Game worn. People love jerseys, too. All right, 505-246-0610. We're back to conversation and back to whatever it is that you want. We get back. Nope, Danny said he's got me. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'll let Ryan know I'm good on that. Yeah, that story. How about that one, though? I guess that would be the helmet that disappeared. It wouldn't be an Arizona helmet. It wouldn't be the San Diego State helmet.
Yeah, and that's where you start thinking, was this an inside job?
Who did that? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradys.com to learn more and sign up for training today.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless.
With F45 functional training, have classes available 7 days a week. Whether you need a Saturday or Sunday morning to sneak in there, they have you covered. So check them out at f45training.com. Download the F45 Training app today. Take a look at the Northeast Heights location, 5920 Holly Northeast. Look at the schedule of classes. Find the one that works for you. Sign up for the 7-day free trial and get in the gym. It is fantastic. The atmosphere is awesome. I love the different classes, the way it challenges you, whether it's strength training, cardio training. You're going to look back and go, man, I burned that much, did that much work in 45 minutes. Absolutely. So check them out now, f45training.com. Download the F45 app today. Sign up for your 7-day free trial. Get in the gym and get that work done because you can fit it into your busy schedule and get a great workout with F45. Team training, life-changing. I'll see you at F45.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Datacom is the manufacturer's representative for the states of Arizona and New Mexico. Datacom represents Fuji Electric for uninterruptible power systems and Layer 0 for static switches and power distribution units. High-Tech Power Protection manufactures dynamic rotary UPS systems up to 3.6 megawatts, individual and 100 megawatts by combining multiple units. Call Louis Ruffin today at 505-507-7722 or go to datacom.com to learn more.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. There at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Here at Legacy, we are here to disciple people by helping them connect with God, grow in relationships, and live generously.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online.
So they found a helmet to replace, which I appreciate. Hoser says put out a donation box for him because Hoser now does. I'm assuming he's still going to once we get back to fans. Hoser's been kind of like the host, the cheerleader guy with the microphone. Who wants a pizza guy, right? At the pit and at football. And I don't think he had I gave him, didn't I give him like 1 or 2 or 3, like a polo and a pullover or something that I had at the house. But he's like, man, help me. So he's going to go pick up a few things to do his job better over at UNO. So he's listening to.
Look good, feel good. Announce good.
Yeah, or what's that
Hype
job
good.
called? Hype good. Yeah.
Director of Game Day Hype.
Director of Game Day Hype. Can you make him an associate athletic director for that? Associate athletic director in charge of Game Day Hype. All right, I'm down. All right, back to the conversation. 505-246-0610 in a moment. Let me give you an update on the leaderboard at the PGA Championship, golf's major that is going on. It is still Matt Jones in the lead through 14. He's -4. You've got Eric Van Rooyen, Keegan Bradley, and Cameron Tringali all at -3. And then you've got a bunch of guys at -2, including Victor Hovland. Ricky Fowler's been hovering at -2 for a long time. Paul Casey is now at -2 as well. All right, Fred, good morning. Thanks for calling back. You're on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Hello, Frederick.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Hey, I want to talk about baseball. That's my first love is baseball. And first of all, I wanted to just mention about Trevor Rogers. The guy is unbelievable. I mean, he's playing for not a very good team, and he's 6-2 right now with a 1.7 ERA, and he's got 57 strikeouts in 44 innings. And what is he, 23 years old? So I just wanted to congratulate him. It's so cool to see somebody from New Mexico doing so well and playing for a not a very good team, but it doesn't matter with him. So, but I did want to talk about baseball in general because, gosh, when you really think about it, what the pitchers throw now, it used to be where they threw 2 or 3 pitches. Now they throw 5 pitches, and it's crazy because they'll throw a fastball at 98 miles an hour, and they'll throw a cutter at 77 miles an hour, and it drops like a foot and a half, and I don't even know how these guys do it. And then to make things worse, they just load up the right side or they load up the left side, and it's so crazy how the ball is. You think it's a base hit up the middle. No, there's a guy standing there. Or the ball in between first and second, you think it's a hit, and dang if they already – it's just crazy all the things they're doing. They're just so advanced. Everything's so advanced for baseball. And then I think you guys mentioned quite a few years ago what the batting averages were. Well, I still remember Jordan Pacheco and from, playing with the Rockies. A lot of people don't realize, but he was either the 5th or the 7th. I can't remember highest batting average in the National League when the season finished, and he batted .307. That's all he batted was .307. That was either the 5th or the 7th best batting average at that time. So there probably wasn't a whole lot of guys, maybe 10 guys. I think JJ said there's 20 in the American League and National League. Couldn't have been more than that probably in the American National League probably 10 years ago either. So, there's a lot going against the baseball, the batters, it seems like. I know they're going for home runs. I know they're going for – I know doubles is up. They're hitting a lot of doubles. I don't know why doubles are up, but it's just amazing how the pitchers have the advantage. I still think they ought to move the mound back.
You do, huh? Why do you think that? Why? And at what level do you start? Think of every baseball field in America that you got to change.
Well, gosh dang, these guys can't hit. And so if you're a foot back, it's just like stealing a base. They want to add 1 inch. Do you know what 1 inch might do? Because stealing bases is no one's stealing bases because they get thrown out. But how much are they thrown out by? A fraction of an inch. They're always doing a replay.
Well, look at first base. Look at plays at first base all the time. How close they are.
Yeah.
I just wonder: are we in a trend? All right. Let me give you football for example. All the rule changes, JJ, in the past decade, 2 decades, have been to help the offense, right? You can't hit the quarterback. You can't. You can't. The defenders. You look at how much pass interference there is, and so offense has gone up. All the rules over the last, I don't know, decade, let's say, have been to help to slow down the home runs, slow down hitting. I think, Fred, your first point to me is one that we haven't really talked about that makes the most sense. Pitchers have just gotten better. Pitchers have honed in their craft to the point where they are so precise. It's almost like watching golfers and how much better they've gotten with their short game because of the rise in technology. Well, there's no difference in technology. Pitchers have just gotten so much better. The change in velocity, the spin rate, and the location. And maybe pitchers have just gotten better, and hitters need to catch up.
Yeah, I don't know what they can do. I still love baseball, but I think the batting averages, gosh darn, they got to get those batting averages up somehow. And I know I hate changing the game, but do you like it where you load up one side of the infield? And
no,
do you really like that?
No, but I would find a way to go the other way. I would bunt down the third base sign, or I'd punch one the other way. But yeah, it's interesting. But it's interesting to hear a guy like you, who I know is an old school traditionalist guy, to say let's move it back a foot, because I don't want to see that. But all right, man, appreciate it.
Okay, guy.
Later. And can it be just pitchers have gotten better?
There's an element to that. Because pitchers are using the same things hitters are, just in terms of, what's video, the spin rate, what do I need to do to get a little more pop on breaking ball? How do I work my two-seam back over the plate? Yes.
Well, so let me go long-term load management, all right? Can it be we're now seeing the long-term effects of, extra rest, right? Instead of 4 days, you're getting 5 days. Pitch counts that have been so much more strictly enforced in the last, let's just say, decade than they were before, right? So I think we're still seeing, and the stats still, of everything I've heard on this show in 12 and a half years, that's the one thing that caught me the most off guard, was when I learned that opening day roster, half the pitchers in the league will go on the injured list. I'm like, no way. And it's true, right? But I think pitchers are healthier. I think they're more well rested, hence stronger. And for whatever reason, they've honed their craft. They are so much better on the corners. Like when we go to your robo-ump, this is not going to help offense. This will absolutely help the pitchers. This is going to increase this issue that we're talking about now when they go to the robo-umpire, okay? Because everything that touches the strike zone is going to be a strike. I mean, can it be as simple as pitchers are just better right now?
Yes, it can be that simple. I don't think, there is a change in the way baseball is being played. I think it's a little less dramatic than it appears to be, because when we're looking at 6 no-hitters, you're like, something is different.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You can't deny that. That's just, and especially when it's 2 teams. So you have the Mariners and Rangers getting no-hit twice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what percentage does that factor into the game as a whole versus just kind of where those 2 teams are right now?
You know, the other thing I'd like to see, and I'm not really sure where to find this. I wonder how many, and I guess percentage-wise, but even just flat numbers, how many more pitchers are throwing 95 and north now than they were, let's say, 10, 15 years ago? Because it seems like, even college baseball, right? The velocity. I remember when, New Mexico, this was 4 or 5 years ago, they were in the NCAA tournament, and we're talking about, I want to say it was Arizona State, somebody, but their staff, they were just, or it might have even been Cal State Fullerton. They were bringing guys out of the bullpen. Everybody's throwing 100. Everybody's throwing 100 miles an hour. And I think the velocity, like, just in its own right, the reason, fastballs are harder to catch up to, and I guess if you added another foot there, it'd be easier. The amount of guys that are throwing 100 miles an hour, 95 miles an hour, as opposed to years ago, pitchers are getting bigger, stronger, faster.
The velocity has changed.
Yeah.
I was reading some scouting reports the other day, just looking on prospect, and like, oh, he only throws mid-90s. It's like, what?
Only throws mid-90s.
Only throws 95?
Yeah.
Like, that's usually still a pretty good place to sit.
Do you know what the pop is? Have you ever gotten to a batting cage? I'm going to guess you've never stood against a live pitcher. I never have. A live pitcher that's throwing mid-90s. But have you ever gotten to a batting cage and tried to hit 90? Have you ever done that?
No.
It comes so damn fast. 90, and then the difference between 90 and 100, 95 miles an hour, it is on you now. Here's the windup of the pit now. Can it be as simple as pitchers are bigger, stronger, faster? And I guess, as much as I dislike this, then maybe the answer is moving the mound back a foot.
I think it's a combination of the way hitters are attacking pitchers and just what outcomes they're comfortable with now. And everyone is just throwing harder.
I don't like it, because I think that would really affect the game for, I don't know if a full generation, but certainly 5 to 10 years. As you completely change fields and everything. I don't like it, but as I sit here and we talk ourselves through this, I mean, maybe that is the answer. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Hey, so you go out of town. It's travel season, and believe me, coming out of this pandemic and you haven't been anywhere maybe for a while, I know you're going somewhere. Who's going to watch the house? Who's going to pick up that package for you when you're gone for 3 or 4 days? Or are you going to just let it sit there and hope that that it's there when you get back? Call IPS, International Protective Service. They watch my home. Not just when I'm gone, but even when I'm there. They roll by every day. They monitor my house. They can monitor your business, your home. They give you that security. I think you're well aware property crime has been on the rise. Not just recently, but for quite some time. I've had IPS watch my home for a long time. They are the security company I trust. Many of you trusted another local company. They've been bought and sold twice. Now your security is in the hands of a Texas company, which is fine, but it's not what you asked for. It's not what you signed up for. It's not what you need. Call IPS and switch over. There's no long-term contracts. Aaron is from here. Aaron is invested in this community, and he's got highly trained, armed security officers who protect what's important to you, and he's vested in this community. Vested in making Albuquerque a safer, better place to live and work. I trust International Protective Service. I really suggest you give them a call as well. Don't wait until you're a victim. It's too late then. Stop crime before it happens. Call IPS at 505-897-2420. That's 897-2420. Or go online and visit them at ipsglobal.com.
Golden Pride at abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
A rogue virus. No jobs. Sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradys.com to learn more and sign up for training today.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Tonight, Albuquerque Isotopes. You want to watch baseball? That's right, you can listen to it here on the Sports Animal. Oklahoma City Dodgers are in town, 6:15. Josh Sushan will crack the microphone from Isotopes Park. I got one issue with that commercial, though. Look, I want to watch baseball again. I want to go, but when does the sun ever set over the Sandias? Unless you're on the other side of the mountains, does the sun set over the Sandias? Do you want to watch the sun set over the Sandia? The sun sets the other way, doesn't it?
I never even really realized that.
I'm just asking, just fact checking. Am I wrong?
Watch the sun set off.
All right, I'm down. Yeah. It turns them Sandia. Yeah, it turns them the watermelon color. It's one of the most beautiful things ever. I know, I get it. Do you want to watch the sun set over the Sandias? Well, yeah, but I don't want to go all the way over to Moriarty to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here for you. Matt Jones is still leading the PGA Championship, -4 after 14. Jason Duffner, Keegan Bradley, Eric Van Ruyen are one stroke back. Terry, good morning. Thanks for holding. Do you want to watch the sunset over the Sandias? How are you?
Oh, every day. Yes, I do. But I got to bring on my grumpy LeBron voice. I was sad to hear Madam Stephanie wouldn't be there tomorrow because I think her desire of having high-quality hose is much more. Bob has proven that he's not into the hose. So, I said hopefully we can get that figured out because I think she has the desire to have them up to stuff.
I think
but
that's
I digress.
Right. No, I think that's right. I think she has the desire.
Yeah.
And really, if you have the desire, you have the opportunity to succeed.
Right.
Yeah.
But now we talked about last week the golf tournament being canceled and said the course had to be up to championship standards. I didn't expect them to move down the street and have to hit it through the windmill or the clown's mouth. But did one of the teams that wasn't ranked high make it through on the men's tournament? Was an underdog come through?
Well, yeah. San Diego wasn't. I think Oklahoma was one of the favorites. JJ, they didn't get.
I think Oklahoma was the top in the region.
Yeah, they were. San Diego wasn't one of the top 5. Yeah, that's why they play the game.
Yeah. So when part of not having a championship tournament is just not having it. If you don't have it, that loses out. And so even for the Lobos and New Mexico State, they can be disappointed, but at least they got to compete and go through it. Going on a whole different direction today, soccer fans are amazing. Maybe Lenny will be collecting some of this, but, the Columbus team, what were they, the SC for almost a whole week? And then the fans had their uprising, and they're back to the crew, so that might be a collector's item, a Columbus SC shirt. And then Lenny might be able to track down, because it sounds like somebody went to a lot of effort getting that Lobo helmet and replacing it, just not taking it. So,
you think it was Lenny?
He might be able to, have something behind the scenes, whether, he paid somebody or something like that. No accusations and all that. But from that end, baseball, leave the mound alone. I mean, just teach guys to hit the ball. Through the years, you would occasionally see a no-no broken up with a bloop singer single to right, or, ground ball in the infield, and you go, oh, that kind of sucks. But, when you make contact, good things can happen. When you don't make contact, I think Dave Kingman was about 50 years ahead of his time.
Punch and Judy, Dave Kingman. It was home run or strikeout. That's the truth.
Right. And that was, before his time. He hit 40-some home runs, hit about 220, and strike out 150-plus times. But, from that standpoint, we just move on. But you guys have a great day. Tomorrow, Stephanie, we'll try to get by without you. But hopefully Fridays from now on she can step in, because I think she will be a great leader.
Right on.
The host and all that. You guys have a great day.
See you, Terry.
Take care.
Thank you.
Terry.
That's good. There are a couple of things in there, actually. On the golf, look, that's why you play the game, right? I mean, that's why you play the game. That's what's killing people so much about the thing last week. There were a couple other things in there, and I forgot where he was going. All right, hey, your Avalanche won yesterday. We haven't hit the hockey yesterday. 6-3, they're up two games to none. You get a little controversy in the hockey world's buzzing about another perceived cheap hit, and we're going to wait to hear from the National
Unfortunately,
Hockey
there's no
League.
controversy. It's straight up bad hit by Kadri, who's going to get suspended. He's going to miss some games for the Avalanche.
And so is Justin Falk probably for the St. Louis Blues.
And it was a bad hit by Kadri coming across, going high on a guy in the open ice. You don't need to do that. You can severely injure someone that way. Luckily for the Avs, they got off to a great start. In that game, they scored the first goal 35 seconds in the first period. And they're in control of this series, and Nathan McKinnon is an unbelievable playoff performer.
Yeah, they're really good. This could be your year. You might have something. Are you wearing you are.
Yep.
You're wearing your Avs. He went with the Avs gear today, Steph.
Gear today.
Yeah, he went with the Avs gear today. So you can see they're in the
Go Avs, go.
That's the hockey thing, right? Go Knights, go Kings, go Avs, go. Bump, bump, bump. Go Avs, go. Yeah, I get it. Evolution, says AC. Good morning, Jeff. This reminds me of, he's talking about the evolution of baseball. He says, move the mound back. He said, reminds me of moving the three-point line back in basketball, making it, quote, harder shot to make. If the thought And if the thought of changing dimensions, maybe move home plate back to have a slightly longer run to first. That'll help offset the longer distance from the mound. That'll put more distance from third to home. Just my 2 cents.
Wouldn't that go against what you're trying to do in terms of getting more hits?
So what he's saying, instead of moving the mound back, you'd move the plate back, which would have the same effect for the pitcher, the catcher, but it would add an extra step from home to first base. Now we're playing semantics, but he's not wrong. Home to first base and third base to home. Like if you move the mound back instead of, and certainly if you're all these baseball fields in America, it would be easier to move the mound back just a touch, as opposed to move the plate back a foot than the mound, right? But yeah, it would be a little longer. And you look at how many plays.
Well, you only have to move it once.
That's right. But look how many bang plays you have at first base. 1 foot would make a difference. They're talking about 1 inch moving.
Yeah, so that's why I don't think that's a good idea, because that would make it harder to get a hit.
Yes, that's correct.
That's why they're talking about moving the mound back, not the plate.
Yeah, that would completely be counterproductive. What I believe it is that you're trying to do. All right, I got a bunch of emails on Marty, who called
just throwing down the gauntlet like, you can't beat me. Talking about me.
Marty shot his now. I didn't want to insult him by asking. He did play the full 18 holes, right?
I would assume so.
All right. I mean, I don't want to insult the man if you can. I mean, he was.
It changes conversation.
He was pounding the chest pretty good. And by the way, if I ever shoot my age, I will pound my chest too now. But yeah, I got a few emails on him when we come back. Opening drive, 505-246-0610. We're on ProView Networks at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Next in line.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Extreme Clean is a proud sponsor and supporter of ProView Networks and all high school sports athletics. Owner Mike McClain and Extreme Clean specialize in carpet cleaning for apartment, realty, business, and residential clients. With over 20 years experience, attention to detail and quality customer service matters. For more information, give them a call, 505-221-6440, Extreme Clean.
Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck, Micah. Josh produces for you today over on the ProView Network side, where you can watch the show worldwide on ProViewNetworks.com or statewide on Comcast Channel 26.
Hey, welcome to the Steve Davis Show.
Good morning and welcome to Sports Desk Live on Comcast Channel 26.
Welcome to The Point with Nick Rich.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 10, America Talking Out.
I'm Pastor Flora Padilla of Mending Broken Hearts.
Welcome to Henry T. Game Face Live, Comcast 26, and Big Bad ProView Network.
Often imitated, never duplicated. Welcome to Local Focus with Sebastian Noel.
Welcome, sports fans. It's that time of the week again. You are watching the Weekly Rundown.
Hey, welcome to Red Menace TV here on ProView Network.
Hello, I'm Steve Davis. You are watching Public Access TV.
Steal coming in. Can she get the points? As Chris, tough shot, gets it to go.
West up with it.
Nice move by West. Puts it up on the layup. Scores.
Especially the team like Navajo Prep with so many weapons.
3 to beat the horn. Yes! Nothing but nylon at the... Turnover. Henderson in transition. Going to slam it home. Gonzalez going to leave it for Hasbury. Send it in! Get it into Chavez. Natalia across the timeline. She's going to heave it from half court for the
Oh! My goodness!
Chavez hits one from half court for the state championship.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Datacom is the manufacturer's representative for the states of Arizona and New Mexico. Datacom represents Fuji Electric for uninterruptible power systems and Layer 0 for static switches and power distribution units. High-Tech Power Protection manufactures dynamic rotary UPS systems up to 3.6 megawatts, individual and 100 megawatts by combining multiple units. Call Louis Ruffin today at 505-507-7722 or go to datacom.com to learn more.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every...
Dead over the sand. Oh, sorry. Keegan Bradley. How about that? Look at Keegan Bradley making a move. He's through 11, -4, and he's the leader at the PGA Championship. They are kind of getting through the first round at Kiowa. So Keegan Bradley at -4. Henrik Stenson has crawled up, along with Jason Duffner to be in second place at -3, along with Matt Jones. And you'll get to watch it all day today. It's the opening drive. Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck. Give me a number. Got a number?
A number?
Yeah, a number. Just a number.
Number 5.
All right, caller number 5 right now, Steph. Here's the number for you, Eric. Well, I guess I should tell you what you're calling for. 4 tickets. Go see the Isotopes and Oklahoma City Dodgers tomorrow night. Like, we're giving stuff away on the radio again. Holy bleep, things might be getting back to normal. Caller 5 right now, 505-246-0610. That's area code 505-246-0610. Caller 5 will win 4 tickets to go see the Topes and see the sun set over the Sandias tomorrow night out at Isotopes Park. How's the sun going to set over the Sandias, dude? I'm just asking. All right. I should get over that, huh? All right. You want to hear some Marty stuff? This is Garcia. Did Marty just insult you, Jeff? Saying you could play for the women's tees and he'll still whoop your arse?
I think we need to make this happen with a beverage or two on the line. This is the historic return of the iconic series, I Challenge Jeff. I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's good. Hondo says, can I make a PGA hot take, Jeff? Saturday night will be the normal suspects. Paul, Casey, Lee, Westwood, your boy Xander Schauffele near the top of the leaderboard. And Sunday they'll all choke as usual. Oh, damn. He might be right. JJ, as you go out to watch the sun set over the Sandias, Gene says it's a big series, Jeff. With a trip to the Skeeters on deck, who we just saw give Albuquerque's AAA franchise all kinds of problems this weekend is to get healthy and get back in the race. Albuquerque needs to kill these guys. It's a big series. Big series. Ren says, who knew Marty was Martin DeChambeau?
Right.
He just flies it over everyone, even if he gets in trouble once in a while. I learn something new every day on this award-winning radio show. So do I. You gotta let me know when you got a winner, and I'll call off the. I'll tell people to stop calling. By the way, Steph. Who knew? Ren also says the opening drive's not the same without Tiger. You don't have callers asking for updates on Jason Duffner. They aren't asking how Adam Long is doing.
What's up with Harry Higgs? Can we get a Harry Higgs update today?
Keegan Bradley's leading. Harry Higgs is in the field. John says on baseball, leave the mound alone. Outlaw the shift. Position 4 and 6 can't position themselves right or left of second base prior to the pitch. Just my opinion. So let me ask you that. How much of everything you're talking about, we're talking about evolution of pitchers, the betterment of pitchers, how much of it is the shift?
That plays into
I think it absolutely does.
Because it takes away hits, especially when we see the second baseman playing like shallow right field. And there's some just laser grounders that he's able to jump on and make the first. I'm not a fan of moving the mound, and I'm not a fan of telling necessary players where they can't play. Because to your point, it's kind of just work on hitting it the other way, lay down the bunt.
I'm not a fan of telling.
Because what other sport?
Do you tell me how to format? Yeah. Well,
like you have to have a certain amount of players like on the line of scrimmage
on onside kicks. Well, so in football you do.
If playing a zone defense, you can't be like, oh, you can only have 2 players in the post and then 1 over here.
But in football, you absolutely tell me how to line up. I can only have 7 guys in the line of scrimmage, and I have to have 4 guys in the backfield. In basketball, it used to be until the last few years. In the NBA, I couldn't play a zone defense, but now I can.
Oh, that's never a rule.
Absolutely, it was.
Oh, it's never in the rule books. You can't play a zone defense.
I promise you, it was.
The NBA rule book stated you could not play a zone defense.
I promise you, it was. Now, maybe less recent than 5 years. Absolutely,
really?
Yes. Certainly within the last decade.
Now that is mind blowing to me. It was in the rule book.
Absolutely, you could not play a zone defense. 100%.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, that's shocking.
Yeah, but it's not anymore.
Changes my.
But it's not anymore. So the shift takes away. I don't know, a hit a game. A hit a game changes the batting average from 238 to 245. But yeah, absolutely. That was real in the NBA.
I never knew that.
No. Yeah, and maybe it's a little further back than a decade. But that's absolute. All right, this is look. This one doesn't resonate with you and me like it does with the world, and so I know this is going to be big story, even though it was last week's big story that didn't resonate with us, but it did with the world. Tim Tebow is officially a contracted player with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Signed a contract. He's going to be at OTAs today as a tight end. How much more of the story? I guess now you can start telling the story because we're going to have video of him out there. Are you looking it up? Are you learning this?
This blows my mind.
So
I had zero idea like NBA ever like zone defense was illegal. I just thought you play defense.
No, it absolutely was illegal in the NBA. Does it say when?
Well, then that kind of changes things. Like if you want to start saying, hey, positions can only go a certain amount.
Well, why wouldn't you say what? Obviously, it's a strategic advantage, right?
Do you just say you can't touch the outfield grass or cross second base because you have.
It would be cross second base. You can still play deep. If you're a shortstop, I mean, you got to be able to still be able to play deep.
Staying on your side.
It would be the 4 and 6 position.
You got to be able to charge for a bunt as well.
Well, yeah, but it's when before the ball is thrown, right? Obviously, there's a strategic advantage of the shift. That's why it has become such a prevalent piece of baseball. You would think it would be easy to break, right? Just hit the opposite way. I mean, if they're playing you with 3 guys on one side of the infield, hit the ball the other way. I mean, guys work on it. If you've ever been to a batting cage, major league batting practice before a game, guys, at least they used to, work on hitting the ball the other way. It's not just pumping the ball, pulling the ball, and putting it in the seats. It's hitting the ball the other way. You would think a Major League Baseball player should be able to hit the ball the other way. But obviously, because logic tells me if you're playing 3 guys on the right side of the field, I'm a big league hitter. I should be able – the advantage should be mine. I should be able to punch one through the other side. But obviously it's not working out that way. You're still amazed.
This is mind-blowing.
The zone defense thing?
This is changing my life right now. I had no idea.
Does it say what year it changed?
So when was this story posted?
Yeah. I mean, it's out
2001.
Yeah. All right. So it's 20 years ago now.
But still in 2000, it was a technical foul to be guarding a zone.
Yes. Yes.
What?
No, that's 100% fact. It feels more recent than that. But
I know coaches like to preach man defense, but just to even think at the highest level, you can't play a zone.
Yeah, that wasn't an option
crazy.
in the NBA. It was not an option for you in the NBA. That's how that was.
I am questioning everything I know about sports right now because obviously it is nothing.
No, that was a little bit before your prime sports time. That's why I'm here, to add a little deeper perspective. Thank you to Ryan Berriman for being with us. He is the director of yard sales at UNM. Jim Rome Show is next. The Herd with Colin Cowherd will follow that. Sports Bar, Trulio and Carlisle, more local sports talk this afternoon at 4, and then you get Isotopes in Oklahoma City. You can see the sun set over the Sandias at 6:15. Josh Sushan will crack the mic. We're back with more award-winning radio for you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Alden, great work. Good to see you up this Steph, ho to you.
Ho to ya.
Have a day, dude.
Have a day.
Go learn more about zone defense in the NBA.
I gotta learn about basketball now.
Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow. Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck, Micah. Josh produces for you today over on the ProView Network side, where you can watch the show worldwide on ProViewNetworks.com or statewide at Comcast Channel 26.
Hey, welcome to the Steve Davis Show.
Good morning. Welcome to Sports Desk live on Comcast Channel 26.
Welcome to The Point with Nick Rich.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 10, America Talking Out.
I'm Pastor Flora Padilla of Mending Broken Hearts.
Welcome to Henry T. Game Face Live, Comcast 26, and Big Bad ProView Network.
Often imitated, never duplicated. Welcome to Local Focus with Sebastian Noel.
Welcome, sports fans. It's that time of the week again. You are watching the Weekly Rundown.
Hey, welcome to Red Menace TV here on ProView Network.
Hello, I'm Steve Davis. You are watching Public Access TV.
Here's the steal coming in. Can she get the point?
crisp, tough shot, gets it to go.
West up with it. Nice move by West. Puts it up on the layup, scores.
Especially the team like Naval Prep with so many weapons.
3 to beat the horn. Yes! Nothing but nylon at the... Turnover. Henderson in transition. Going to slam it home. Gonzalez going to leave it for Hasbury. Send it in!